Okay, we're back for our 4 o'clock, right? Yeah, we're at 4 o'clock. Okay, so we are at $119,000, 901. 119,901. I think by the time I get done shooting, I hope there's someone out there that will take us to 120. So that little bar that you see on the TV screen where William is raising the bar for the amount of money that we're raising, William, the extraordinary producer, he is raising that bar. We want to get to 150, but I would love for somebody out there to help us in the next 15 minutes while I'm making my shots to get us to 120. 120. 120. Okay? All right. 120. One. Two. Three. Four. Five. Six. Seven. Eight. Nine. 10. 11. 12. 13. 14. 15. 15. Okay. 16. 17. 18. 19. 20. 21, thank you. That went off the side of the hand. 22. 23. 24. 25. 'I think something's stuck there. It's okay. 25. 26. 27. 28. 29. 29. 30. 31. 32. 33. 34. 35. 36. 37. 38. 39. 40. 41. 42. 43. 44. 45. 46. 47. 48. 48. 49. 49. 50. 51. 52. 53. 54. 55. 56. 57. 58. 59. 60. 60. 61. 62. 63. 64. 65. 65. 66. 67. 68. 69. 70. 71. 72. 73. 74. 75. 76. 77. 78. 79. 80. 81. 82. 83. 84. 85. 86. 87. 88. 89. 90. 91. 92. 93. 94. 95. 96. 97. 98. 99. 100, all right. Okay. Well, how many? 7? Okay, we're getting there. Did anybody donate while I was shooting? We got $25 more. Great. Thank you. We're so close to moving up to 120. That's amazing. I mean, considering that we started out shooting, we were at 103, and almost $17,000 has come in since noon. It's incredible. It's amazing. We're so excited. Thank you for being with us on 24 Hours of Nothing But Net. If you haven't donated, you may want to consider it after our next guest. Ryan Cooper, he is a tremendous actor. Dina hooked us up with him. He's going to come back later in the show and do a breathing and a meditation exercise with us. I might need it. But we're going to have a lot of people here that are going to participate with Ryan. But first, here's an interview with Ryan Cooper, an incredible actor. Dina introduces him so well on this video, but he was with us last year. He's a big fan of 24 Hours of Nothing But Net, and we are a big fan of yours, Ryan.
Hey everybody, welcome back. I'm Dina and I'm here with Debbie Antonelli and our friend Ryan Cooper. Ryan, this is your second year with us here at 24 Hours of Nothing But Net, and we appreciate you helping us take this event to another level.
Thank you for having me back, and well done on the success of last year. That was so cool.
Oh, thank you. Okay, so I have to say some wonderful things about Ryan right now. Great actor, amazingly handsome model, amazing human being. So I'm just saying, for all the haters who hate perfect people, go ahead and hate on Ryan because he's amazing. You guys have seen him in movies. He's been opposite Scarlett Johansson in what was that movie? Rock That Body.
Yep.
Rock That Body. Yep. You've seen. I'm always worried about you being cold, Ryan. You've done so many Christmas movies. Christmas a la mode, Christmas on the Heights. I think you're in production on another Christmas movie. Brr.
Yes.
And also, people can see you in Hugo Boss, Armani ads, DKNY, Gap, Kenneth Cole. You are everywhere, man.
It's yeah. Just close your eyes and walk around now.
That's
Don't
right.
stop seeing me. Yeah.
And also owner of a business called Cooper Fit. I see you have on that shirt, and I know
Yes.
it is about peak physical performance and fitness and performing coach, I believe is what you would call you.
Yeah, I mean, it does. We work on everything. It's Cooper Fit is all about mental, physical, and emotional. Even I think it's so important that people have all of them in check because it's a 360-degree look at the human body and who we are. Yeah.
Well, on Instagram, I read your posts a lot for motivation from me. It's almost a daily devotional. It's a weekly devotional, I would say.
Yeah,
And this,
yeah.
this is why I said we're taking this show to another level this year. This is one of your posts. There is another level. It doesn't just have to be physically. There's another level of patience, understanding, awareness, kindness, giving to others. Um, so that's just part of being faster, stronger, kinder. So tell us how we are going to take this show to the next level.
Well,
with you this year.
Well, thank you. Thanks for having me, and thank you for reading that, because it's so important. I think we have to. One of the big mottos that I ascribe to is dig it in. Is like, what does that look like in any capacity? Is it dig it in while you're at 24 hours and you're halfway through and you're struggling? Is it dig it in because you have a relational barrier that you want to overcome? Is it dig it in because you have a weight loss goal and there's past patterns of behavior that come in to disrupt that? And I think it's really important that we have a direction to go in, and we have an intention, and we have goals, so between that, I'm just excited to be back, and we can do some meditation shortly in a couple of hours to remind Debbie of the focus that's needed as well.
Yeah, Dina, that's what I'm so excited about Ryan, is that, last year he came, we interviewed him, we became fast friends. He loves what we're doing. We love what he does. And then this year it's going to the next level. It's exactly what you just said. It's going to be something where Ryan's going to help me in the wee hours of the night. But we're going to, 6 o'clock, we're going to be back on with Ryan doing a live meditation with him, and he's going to take us through some breathing exercises, some visual components to Cooper Fit, which I'm very excited about. And everyone can join us. That's the fun part. It's like, it's one thing to interview a superstar, but then for the superstar to come back and say, hey, I've got some other ideas for some things you can do. It's cool.
Yep. Well, I think between you and my mom, you're the only people that, maybe even mom doesn't even think that, but thank you. So what is next level for you, though? How do you feel like you can improve on last year?
Well, shooting my percentage a little bit better, like better prepare for the elements, another level of fitness, just knowing where my weaknesses were last year, what started to break down on me as I got towards the end, and trying to better be prepared, or be better prepared for those times when I know they're coming. So, when you've done this, the first year I wasn't sure I could do it. The second year I had a better handle on it. The third year I sort of know where my fitness needs to be.
Yeah. Yeah. Great.
And then there's the mental part of it, right? I mean, it's pretty dark at night here. We turn the lights on to the basket. I shoot, and then we turn the lights back off, and it's pretty dark in my neighborhood and quiet.
Yeah. Yeah.
Different time of day, like different feeling at night.
Yeah, for sure. For sure. Where do you go to when you get into that state, that the darkness? Is there something that comes in? Is there hindrances, thoughts?
You know what, Ryan? My neighbor is a nurse, and she told me that our bodies naturally, the rhythm of our body naturally starts to slow down at like 3, 4 o'clock in the morning, and you could get cold. Be prepared to stay warm. I kind of feel like I might need to be that starting pitcher in the bullpen that puts a jacket on, when we get to that time, trying to stay fueled, hydrated. And you know what? There's a lot of entertainment going on, not just on the live stream, but in my driveway, there's quite a bit of entertainment at those hours too.
Pizza gets delivered. There's fans. There's people stopping by, neighbors coming over to give encouragement.
Amazing.
It's really cool. It's been it's not anything I could have ever imagined that we would get to this point. I certainly never believed I'd get to talk to somebody like you about Special Olympics. It's created a lot of awareness, and we've raised a lot of money, and a lot of people are benefiting.
So cool. So cool. Well, we have a nice goal to reach this time, and hopefully we'll get there. What's the have you ever heard of ice baths? Have you ever heard of the Wim Hof breathing techniques, Debbie?
No, I haven't.
Okay, so Wim Hof does the rapid breathing for 30 or 40 breaths, and then the breath hold. And he's the Iceman. He's the guy that jumps into the ice buckets. So maybe you want to have some ice buckets off to the side for that 3 o'clock wake up. You know, instead of worrying about the body temperature dropping, maybe you jump in the pool before it drops.
Yeah. You know what I did? The first 2 years at 4 o'clock in the morning is when I took a shower. And so I took not a long hot shower, just a quick shower, just didn't look at the clock, you know, try not to look at the time, just know when it's time to shoot next.
Yep.
And get ready. Just be ready, stay loose. I've got a Theragun that I used to, you know, beat on my hip flexors.
Yep. It's important. Good. Good. Sorry, Dean.
I was going to say that and Debbie is amazing because in between all this, sometimes we're working in live interviews too. So she's coming off the court, sitting down, breathing heavy as we're introducing some of our live guests who weren't available to do some pre-taped interviews. We sit down and we're like, hi, how to the endurance that she has.
Yeah. No, you're an athlete in your own right. It's incredible. And heart rate variability, if you do enough of the breath work prior, the heart rate variability throughout the day will actually increase, which means that your recovery rate, because of the oxygenation in the blood, will be higher, and you'll be able to perform at a higher rate.
See, I'm all about whatever fitness, breathing. You know, at this point, the number of burpees and squats and sprints and push-ups, sit-ups, weights, everything that I've done, I've taken. I know where I was last year, and I feel like I have taken it to another level.
Yeah.
So hopefully, you know, my son Frankie is obviously my motivation. You know, Frankie, he's the guy right here, and he'll keep me going when I need him.
Yeah. Amazing.
Yeah.
Sorry.
No, go ahead.
No, I was just going to ask a question. Like, where does all this go? Like, where does the support that people bring in, where does it go, and how so that people know exactly what the results are, I know you had like 13 million views and impressions last year on the show. So this is so cool to know how it's growing, and then where it also then feeds back in so that people can be excited.
Well, the first thing I would say is, if everyone gave me a penny for every free throw I make, it's 2,400 free throws, it's $24 for Special Olympics. So right there is a starting point for us. And mainly the money is for training and competition and programming. And then we had a different spin on it last year because of COVID, being in the driveway, not being able to be in the gym, and all the programming for Special Olympics in the state of South Carolina basically shutting down because I'm in the driveway and I'm doing this with a team, but I'm physically doing it by myself. I could still complete this task for Special Olympics. So it gave us a different spin during COVID, and people are so generous about maybe, you know, a tank of gas, or maybe not going out to eat lunch because you can't go to a restaurant, that they were willing to support our event. So the live stream and having people like yourself and Dina involved has changed the whole event significantly, because the first year I tried to build the live stream from the outside in with food trucks and a live band and activities and other things. And this is so much better because I think it's so much more valuable. And I didn't ever really think anybody would watch me shoot free throws. Now I don't have to worry if anybody's watching me shoot free throws. They're waiting to see you.
No, but it's amazing. Like that's just it's just also the counting of blessings, you know, of what's gone on in terms of a struggle that's come in, and then how do we rise above it? There's always going to be life is hard. It's natural that issues are going to come up, but then you've taken it and spun it in a way that is to the betterment of a cause that you'd already stepped into. That's really exciting and cool to see.
Here comes Dina. And
Debbie, I want you to talk about something specifically, and we were talking about this before we were interviewing you, Ryan, like the money that Debbie is raising and this event raises, it goes directly to Special Olympics and the events and helping athletes. But when there's a lack of funding, special education programs tend to be one of the first cut. Additionally, a lot of our money goes to helping our amazing athletes get health care. And that is something I didn't know until I got really involved with Special Olympics. And being on the board here is figuring out how to get these athletes the kind of special care that they need healthcare wise. And then Debbie took a little bit of the money and did a great trip with some Special Olympians who got to go to a basketball game. So I wanted you to tell Ryan about that, Debbie.
Amazing. Yeah, Ryan. So, my son, Frankie, he is a senior at Clemson in the Clemson Life program. So Clemson Life, learning is for everyone. This is a great question, Dina, because there might be some people that don't know about Clemson Life. I can very quickly. It's a post-secondary educational experience for students with intellectual disability. My son is living a full college life. He goes to class. He lives in an apartment with other Clemson Life students. He has a job. He's in a fraternity. He's on an intramural team. And that intramural team not last year, but the year before, we took to Atlanta for a Special Olympic basketball tournament and a Hawks game. So we got 2 buses. We left Clemson. We drove down there at 7 in the morning and we came back at 1 o'clock in the morning. And it was a memorable experience for a lot of reasons. Number one, there were some kids that are at Clemson in the Clemson Life program that had never been on a basketball team. So they got to be on a basketball team. There were many kids that never got to see a professional game or an NBA game. And the Atlanta Hawks made all of that happen for us. So we got to compete. We got to hang out. We got to socialize. And we got to go to an NBA game and have a great time. And I can't wait till we can do it again.
That is so cool. It just keeps opening doors. It's wonderful. Wonderful.
It does. It gives people a chance to get new experiences. And that's what we want. I mean, who wouldn't want to go see the Hawks play? The Hawks are really good this year.
Yeah.
Let's talk about some new experiences going on with Ryan now. I'm shifting gears a little bit. Ryan wears a lot of hats. He wears every hat creatively. He's a writer, producer, actor. So Ryan, you have some things going on right now that you're filming that I'm not sure. Can we talk about them? Have we signed NDAs? Or can we at least put it out there?
I'll only share enough that you don't know what I'm talking about. That's all.
Okay,
perfect. Yeah. We have. Thank you for. We have a few things in the pipeline. In the process of producing a new movie, just in the early stages, a new thriller, which is very fun. Because it's a fun and a long process, and then the end result is always something that we can look forward to. But having the kernel of the passion really powerfully set means that like I said, the intention is something that means something, and if it has meaning, then we're going to keep going with it. So we have that, and in the process. And we just completed another movie, a Christmas movie up in Massachusetts. So it's very exciting.
He's always
I'm not in it, but I'm
producing.
Yeah, producing. So yeah.
Now, Debbie, I don't know if you know this. Ryan and I met and became friends because we worked on a movie together.
Because we had sushi together, right?
We ate sushi together during the filming of the movie. Actually, I have to say we weren't in any scenes, but we were in one scene. We talked about that a little bit before.
Yes, that's right. We had, and if you haven't seen Front Row Killer, Dina is amazing, but she's amazing, but terrible at playing piano.
No, listen, I know that story, but you just called it the wrong name because the name of the movie changed. It's His Killer Fan.
Oh, His Killer Fan.
And
the same with Rough Night. It was called Rock Your Body until it was Rough Night. It's just what happened.
Yes, they change titles all the time. Like you shoot a movie and you think it's called something, and then by the time it comes out, they've decided on a better name or what they think is a better name. So when it came out, when we worked on it, it was Front Row Killer, and then it became His Killer Fan. But it turns out that Ryan is quite a musician as well, and he sings in this movie and performs, and it was great. He was great, and he and I both almost die in the movie. I won't say whether we do die or don't die, but we're going to have Brooke Butler,
Yes,
our friend from that movie, is joining us this year. Ryan,
Brooke
this is a woman who tried to kill both me and Ryan, but we're still friends with her.
Yeah, she tried. So we don't know if we died or not.
Watch it to find out if we live or die.
Yes.
Is that a good thing or a bad thing? Is it like if you get killed in a movie? It's not like you're in a series, a movie versus
That's
a series, right? If you get killed off in a series, you're gone. If you die in a movie, is that a good thing?
I'd prefer early in a movie than early in life. So, that's the
That's what I'm saying. All I heard is you were in a movie. That's good. It's good.
Yeah.
It means we're working actors.
That's right. That's right. And it's fun. It is fun getting to experience being chased around by a crazy person, aka Brooke Butler, coming up soon.
Yes, so funny. And she was also athletic as well, and will give us a different perspective on what sports has done for her and what they've meant to you, which brings me to your sports background, competitive Taekwondo fighting. What?
Yeah, Taekwondo. It's a great sport. It's actually funny. I used to do karate as a kid, and then I think I was playing, what was it, Tekken on like the PlayStation, and I remember seeing one of the characters doing Taekwondo, and I just thought it was such a beautiful art form, the way that the control and the movement through the air and the fly kicks and the back kicks and the hammer kicks and the spinning, jumping back kicks, and it was fun. And so I got into it, and I fought competitively in New Zealand for a number of years.
So PlayStation does have serves a good purpose sometimes.
Yeah, it inspired me, and I think that's what hopefully all of what we do is to be of some sort of inspiration to someone, and whether it is seeing someone push themselves to the limits for 24 hours and shooting hoops, or playing in a imaginative state on screen and doing to the best of their ability. It's art is inspiring, and people making changes and putting themselves in tough situations is inspiring. So I loved it. I learned a lot about discipline and taking care of your body and being able to stretch and being active in your core, even when you're moving through space and all that kind of stuff. So I loved it.
Okay, well, I think I'm going to close out this interview with another Ryan motivational Instagram post.
Okay.
We're all trying to grow this project and raise more and more awareness and money for Special Olympics. So what Ryan recently posted, face your fears. Over the years, I've noticed I have a tendency to find my comfort zone and not try to grow. But a seed does not stay a seed. A caterpillar does not stay a caterpillar. And the transformation takes growth and pain, but it is worth it. It will mean a lot to others too.
Amen.
Amen. Couldn't have been better suited for us working on this together. So
look at you go. Thank you for sharing that. And yeah, it's awesome. It is, caterpillars, and now it's a butterfly. It's a beautiful butterfly that you girls have created. So thank you.
Debbie, what time is Ryan going to be back with us?
So at the top of the hour at 6 o'clock, I'll be shooting. And then when I'm done, we're going to get Ryan back with us. Going to get a double dose of Ryan Cooper, which is just outstanding for 24 hours of nothing but net.
Yeah. Well, keep it up. Best of luck. Keep your chin up. Breathe.
Thanks, Ryan.
And we'll be cheering on the sidelines. See you very, very soon. Hi, girls.
Welcome back, everybody. 24 hours of nothing but net. Debbie and I have a really special guest for you right now, Miss Brooke Butler. rising star. She's already a star. She's going to be even a bigger star. She was named Maxim's top 10 hot actresses to watch. Top 10 actresses. I would say that's pretty impressive. You guys have seen her on Ozarks. She has several shows she's been on this year. Animal Kingdom, Creep Show. And you have a big movie. I think, did you just wrap on the Bruce Willis, A Day to Die? Did you just wrap?
Yeah, just a couple weeks ago. Mm-hmm.
So tell us about that movie. And what's it like? I think you're the only female in the cast, correct?
I was the only female, so I was around a lot of testosterone for a month, but they were all very kind and very creative, and I had to carry the womanhood for all of us here. And it was Bruce Willis, Kevin Dillon, Leon Robinson, Frank Grillo, and it was an incredible cast, and I felt blessed to be a part of it. And our director, Wes Miller, who actually said he prayed about his cast, and I had said the night before I prayed for like the right role to find me, and the next day he called. So it's kind of kismet, meant to be, but I'm very excited. That project comes out, I believe, February 2022.
Well, that's super exciting. That's now I want to talk a little bit about your past, because we're here to promote Special Olympics, and I know sports and athletics have been an important part of your life. She was Debbie, she was a cheerleader at USC, and the different USC, not the one here in South Carolina,
right?
But Southern California, the other
one that's on West Coast time.
Yeah, exactly. I was actually a soccer player too, very serious. We called it select up in Seattle. So you had to try out and make the team and compete. And we even won state one year. And I was choosing between soccer and doing acting. And to the point where, because soccer was 7 days a week, and I was constantly training, and I even was like, okay, I choose soccer, and got there, and my parents drove me to drop me off at practice, and I started crying and said, it's theater, I choose acting. But it's all team though, which is so incredible what you guys do, because bringing team to truly anyone is so important. So even when I'm on set, like, I can't do my job without the PA, without the DP, without the grips, without. So what you guys are showing these kids and the athletes that you have is the importance of team and working together, which is something that's so valuable. And so I'm like awestruck by what you guys do, and teaching that is really a life skill that you have forever. But, yeah.
Well, one thing Special Olympics does is bring sports to everyone, takes people off the sidelines, puts them out on the field, and the lessons I learned from sports, I'm sure you and Debbie also, the work ethic, the teamwork, the pride, the picking yourself up when you get knocked down, those sorts of things. Everybody knows that sports brings you that, but another thing Special Olympics does is we help, a lot of the financing goes to making sure they're getting taken care of medically, their health care, and getting to the events and that sort of thing. Debbie and I were talking in a segment previously with your friend Ryan Cooper.
Ooh, I know
him. We'll come back to that, but I wanted Debbie to tell you what you're really helping us accomplish, and exactly what the funds are going to.
Yeah, so Brooke, thank you again. I mean, we're so excited that you could be with us. 24 hours of nothing but net is just that. 24 hours of me shooting free throws. I make 100 on the top of every hour for 24 hours. And you can imagine, as a soccer trainer, what the training is like for me. I mean, the fitness that comes with it. And I love your attitude about team, because you're exactly right. Team Antonelli has expanded into, Team Special Olympics South Carolina, and Dina and all the people in the executive office. Dina's on the board of the state of South Carolina and does tremendous things with helping us with great leadership. But this is really a grassroots effort, Brooke. I mean, it's my driveway. It's Charleston, Mount Pleasant, South Carolina. It could be 85 degrees, it's humid, and it's just great. And there's people here, and the support just seems to be endless. We've just had incredible people that here in the Low Country and across the nation, especially all of my basketball friends, have really jumped in to help. And, we've got in college athletics, because you were a college athlete as a cheerleader, that it's not that, it's a pretty small group, right? It's a pretty small group of people. They know, a lot of people know, get connected different ways.
And it's, and that training that you're doing to be able to do this for 24 hours straight, I said earlier, I'm in such awe of it, and that type of motivation is inspiring to me and makes me want to work even harder and thrive to be that. And the fact that you're instilling that in the community and the athletes that you've created, I'm just blown away.
Well, my family, there's a lot of families like mine that have a Special Olympic athlete, and the money goes to training and programming, and it allows them to organize and get together. If we thought we were isolated during the pandemic, can you imagine this population of people with intellectual and physical disability, and they can't get out? And now, things are starting to open up, and last year's fundraiser during a pandemic was remarkable. And this year we're still in a pandemic, and I'm still expecting big things, and I think you hit it right about team. It takes more than just me and the driveway shooting. There's so many other components that come with it, and you're a big part of it.
Thank you. Yeah, I'm here to help in any way. And I also saw, I believe, are you interviewing Mia Hamm?
Yes, I already interviewed Mia. Mia's a friend of mine. Is that like your favorite soccer player?
That was why I wanted to be a soccer player, and I was number 9. And she had this quote, and I'm probably going to misquote her, so I apologize, but she said that she works hard every day, and the working hard is the fuel, and she waits for the right moment to light the match. And I just always loved that, just like, because you don't just magically create the company that you guys have created, or create 24 hours of nothing but net. There's so much work over an entire year, or how many years of so much work till you can light that match. And so just the work that you guys are putting in behind the scenes, and I just love that thought.
Well, Mia is an incredible person and a friend, and when you have celebrity friends like Dina and people like yourself, sometimes you just forget that they're just regular people that have families. She's got 3 kids. She's going through a lot of the same things that the rest of us go through. But one of the things that we did talk to her about, and people have to tune in later when we let them know when your interview will run and when Mia's will run, is I wanted her to break down the whole Gatorade commercial with Michael Jordan, and anything you can do, I can do better. I just had to know what went on behind the scenes there. So she told us. Oh,
I can't wait to hear. Yeah, she's also been an inspiration to me. Just people that work hard is what gets me up in the morning too. Basically, to say anything you can do, I can do better.
Michael Jordan? Are you kidding me? I mean,
yeah.
Great, right? You have, as you mentioned to us, you've grown up around a very philanthropic family. Your family's been active and involved in a lot of different things. Why don't you tell us some of the things that you can share about some of the lessons you learned with dealing with different groups of people that need a little more, a little extra?
Mm-hmm. Well, I was saying earlier that I was raised with basically the family motto that to whom much is given, much is required. And my dad showed that my dad carries quiet strength. He doesn't need to go tell everyone what he's doing, but for my entire childhood, he ran the AIDS Foundation in Seattle. And so every Christmas, I would, even sometimes with friends, stand outside of a Safeway and collect money, and then we would use that money or what my dad would give us to go buy presents for families in need that potentially were having their last Christmas. And that was expected, and that was something that I'll never forget in the way my father raised me. And there was a time too, my mom and I would raise puppies until they were potty trained and taken care of, and we would go give them to children who had autism, because you would see these kids that couldn't maybe connect on a human level, but then you would see them connect with these animals and come to life and giggle and smile, and then start from there learning to connect with that puppy to then connecting with humans. And so I'm very lucky to have been raised with that mindset and finding like-minded people like you that also look at it the same way. And so that's why I was honored to do any tiny part that I can to help you guys out as well.
Brooke, you are an amazing person, talented, beautiful, kind, giving, but I'm going to rat you out. You have recently tried to kill me twice.
I know. Hey, we were not actually. Dina and I were in a movie together, and I was, what would you say?
I was not, I don't know what we're going to say about you. I was a victim. I was a sweetie pie, really amazing person.
My character was deeply wounded and deeply hurt, and took it out on Dina. Truly.
Truly. So as I mentioned, we had our mutual friend Ryan Cooper on earlier, so we were laughing about that. We're like, she is such an amazing person, and she tried to kill both of us in ways. I mean, there was a knife involved, there was alcohol, there were drugs. I think you tried to maybe smother someone. There was a gun.
Yeah.
So it's so funny, and you know what? I'm going to give Brian and Debbie some of those pictures of you and I playing when you were trying to kill me, when you're like choking me.
No, I'm like choking around.
I'd love to see that. Oh, I can't wait to see it. I mean,
yeah, it's a very crazy movie for sure. It's a little bit Fatal Attraction. It's a little bit, I don't know.
It was titled His Killer Fan, and yeah. So, but that movie, while it was crazy, I sure did form some great friendships out of it. All three of the cast that I met, I'm still in close contact with, and that's not always the case on films. People come and go. You work with people. You don't always make those lifelong connections, but I really feel like on that movie, the director, the producers, the actors, everybody was so kind.
Really lovely, yeah.
It was a lovely work experience.
Dina made us laugh the entire time. She was our little comedian, light of the world.
Yes, I could see that. Totally see that happening.
No. So tell us a little bit about your other projects. You have another movie, Lanterns Lane. When does it come out?
Lanterns Lane. I'm not 100% sure, but I know we got theatrical release. I believe that's later this year, and I'm the lead in that. I basically am a girl who's kind of like the mean girl in high school, but she leaves town and figures herself out and comes back. But her friends haven't forgot what she's done, and so they kind of try to trick her and get back at her, but it ends up turning into a little bit of a Scream scenario, and I guess we'll just have to see what happens to her. But that was a great, incredible cast as well, and we filmed it during COVID, and so everything was zoned and masked and very, very safe, and we shot it outside Yosemite, and it was a month-long all-night shoots, so I was a vampire for a straight month. But
you and I were both college cheerleaders. And
yeah,
we talked about this a little bit. Debbie, people think, oh, you're just standing there cheering other people's successes. I've had a couple of people ask me that. I'm like, are you joking? I have the best seats to great sporting events, number one. And it's super fun. But number two, it's a sport in and of itself with the gymnastics and the stunts. And I'm not sure people realize that we have our own competitions that are on ESPN.
Yeah. We didn't have those specific competitions, but we cheered basketball. And actually, we went to the Sweet 16 when I was there, and I went to 2 Rose Bowls, which was really cool.
You were also in a movie about cheerleaders, which
I know, and that was my first break.
I think that was your first acting gig, from what
All Cheerleaders Die was my very first acting gig.
Yeah, I'm sorry, say it again, and I won't talk over you.
All Cheerleaders Die was my very first acting gig.
But I love All Cheerleaders Die. But then the tagline or the log line is, you can't kill their spirit.
I don't know if I knew that. That's funny.
I couldn't stop laughing when I read that last night.
Oh man, yeah, seems like so long ago, but that was a great experience.
So 2 Rose Bowls, that's the Rose Bowl parade and all the activities that go on. I mean, that's exhausting.
Yeah, we were up, we had to be at the Rose Bowl by 4 a.m. and it's New Year's morning.
Oh, so,
yeah. There was no New Year's for us. So we were basically awake at 2 a.m. getting ready there by 4 a.m., did the entire parade, and then cheered a 4-hour game. So It wasn't quite 24 hours, but it took a little tenacity.
Well, Brooke, we're so pleased that you could be a part of what we're doing. We thank you so much. I mean, Dina has just connected us with so many wonderful people that care, and you're such big stars on the big screen, and yet you're still willing to give your time and your talent to an event like this in little old South Carolina. I mean, thank you so much. It really means a lot to us.
Yeah, you guys mean a lot to me. You guys are the ones doing the real hero work. So I'm just here to support in any tiny way I can. So.
Well, and we will definitely go to your movies coming out. We'll keep us up to date on the exact release dates, and we'll post them too here for your fans in South Carolina and Special Olympics.
Thank you. Yeah, and I'm here to post and support and go donate, and I'll be watching you.
Thanks, Brooke.
Thank you for being here.
Everybody, come on. Come on in, come on. 127. Okay, we're live in hour number 4. So we are at $127,000 for Special Olympics. That is absolutely phenomenal. We have already passed what we did last year. Can somebody hit the volume on that, please? Okay, so right now, I want everyone here to have a drink or get ready to make a toast.
Or Gatorade.
Okay, or Gatorade. This is a very personal part of 24 hours of nothing but net, because our family lost somebody to COVID. My brother-in-law, Scott, and my sister, Katie, in Mechanicsburg, Pennsylvania, with my niece, Riley, my nephew, Jack, and my nephew, Joey, are watching right now. And this is a tribute to my brother-in-law, Scott. He was diagnosed with a positive case on December 2nd, and he passed on January 5th. He was 48 years old. He had an incredible attitude about life. We miss him. We love him. Katie, we know you're watching. Please know that this tribute is for you, Riley, Jack, and Joey, to lift your spirits.
Yeah, the best way to honor Scott, really, to do the things that really made him he was most passionate about, which is obviously help support his family, which we're all doing our best at that, and then do our best to help the enterprise grow and prosper. You know, he always told me he lucked into the golden ticket, right? The Willy Wonka golden ticket when he got with Enterprise. So I think we all kind of lucked into it eventually, in the same way. So we got to just do our best to honor him through just doing the things we're supposed to be doing.
You know, it was it was tough, but also encouraging for me, I guess, to as the tribute to Scott, and it was a beautiful service. What I felt like really comfortable with was hearing the stories from the kids and from Katie, and to know that Scott was the same guy at home as he was at work, and that we knew him. Like, the stories all lined up. Riley started off her her speech saying for my dad, I'm going to keep things short. He was always really short and to the point. Was a man of little words, and she was going to keep her deal short. And from there, it was just real easy to see just how his family felt about him is the same way that everybody on this call feels about Scott, and how committed he was to each and every one on that team there. I said this to the team, but I'll say it to everyone on here. I was fortunate to take part in their holiday event, which happened in December. Unfortunately, Scott was in the hospital, wasn't able to attend that, but just the camaraderie from the team that was built there in Central PA is such a reflection on Scott. And even in the things that you guys were saying, I saw Scott there, and it's heartwarming to see all that. And I know that you guys will all support each other, throughout this process. He's just going to be missed. I mean, I love the dude, and I'm going to miss him.
For everybody chiming in and being able to cheers here at 4:55, and just thank you so much. Scott would be very humbled by everybody joining in celebration of. Thank you.
Thank you, everybody.
Thank you for organizing. We appreciate it. Thank you.
Thanks, guys.
Awesome.
Everyone. Thank you.
Love the Hiltons.
Passed at 4:58. So if everyone would please raise a glass. What you need to know about Scott is that not only did he love his family, he loved Frankie and Special Olympics. And in lieu of flowers, my sister decided that this event, 24 hours of nothing but net, should be in lieu of flowers, the donation. So it was almost $10,000 that came in for this event. So Scott, thank you. You've helped us to get over $127,000. And so everybody raise a glass. Let's make a toast to my brother-in-law, Scott.
Scott.
All right. All right. We love you, Katie. See you guys soon.
Baby Joey.
Okay. Oh, Baby Joey, be ready. All right, so let me get a couple of warm-up shots in. Thank you, everyone, for doing that. Matt or Joey. Let's get it started.
Go.
One. Two.
Three.
7. Short. 8. 12.
13. 14.
15. Is that 15?
17.
Oh.
18.
19.
20. Uh-oh.
25.
Yay! Oh, 20, 26. Oh.
I know, look, she gave you the side eye. I would have too.
Ah, short. $38. 44. 45. 45, short. All right.
51. 52.
Ah, 52. I won't give up, Frankie. 57. 59. Ah! Oh! Are you guys counting the makes?
Yes. There you go.
Ah, short.
Wait. No mercy.
70. Yeah.
Darn it. Dang it.
74.
Here we go.
75. 76.
Oh. Scott, I think Scott pushed that one in.
Go ahead.
No burpees today, buddy.
79. He's doing burpees. 80. 81. 86.
Louder, bring her home. Come on. Come on.
87.
I know you're louder than this. I've heard you.
88.
Whoa.
Keep doing good.
89.
There you go.
90.
Yeah, let's go.
There you go. Stand back, girls.
91.
Everybody say it. Everybody.
92.
Everybody. Say it again.
Yay.
93.
Ah!
He's still doing a burpee. 94.
Squeeze.
Oh, come on.
95. 96. 97.
Keep close, girl.
98. 99.
Come on back. Keep doing it. Let's go. Let's go.
All right. Okay. William, which camera? Okay. All right, so everybody come around behind. Thanks for being here, everyone. Good to see everybody. We have Team Best here, Team Best with Alexa Devine and several coaches. We have created a girls basketball program here in Charleston that we're really excited about. Team Best. Team Best. Best stands for Build, Empower, Serve, Team. Build, Empower, Serve, Team are my 3 power words. So those are the words I'm going to be, about 3 o'clock in the morning, I'm going to be thinking about being strong. And Frankie's obviously my inspiration. So we are over $127,000. Let's update. We're almost at 128. We are already ahead of where we were last year. Last year we had 125 we raised. We've already raised almost 128. So thank you to everyone. Thank you to everyone that has helped us get to this point, because it's amazing. We're so thankful. We're so grateful. And I want to thank my brother-in-law, Scott, for knocking a few of those in for me. I'm not so sure he didn't knock a few out, to be honest with you. But Katie and Riley and Jack and Joey, we love you guys. We know you're watching, and those shots were dedicated to your dad. We love him, and we miss him, and we can't wait to see you. Okay. All right. So now we're going to go to Minnesota, right? Do we have Charlie? So one of the things that we've done in our 3rd year is we've been able to grow this event so that we have shooters in other states. Ultimately, I would love to have a shooter in every state. But right now we have a shooter in Oregon, a shooter in Minnesota, and one in Rhode Island. And so periodically we have been going on the live stream to check in to see how they're doing. And we've got Charlie, our shooter in Minnesota. Charlie, how's it going, man?
Good, really, really good. We got some more guests here now, so they're helping me out. They're rebounding for me. Got my sister Ro, who's a Special Olympics athlete.
Hello.
She's here rebounding. Got little Charlie, who's an upcoming athlete, 3-year-old, shooting on the little Tykes hoop. So things are going well. You know, got 10 more this hour to go. So a couple more to finish up the 4 o'clock hour, but things are good.
Charlie, we're so glad that you're a part of our team this year, you and your team in Minnesota helping put this together. Tell us about your sister, Ro. We know she's part of your inspiration.
Yeah, so Ro is about a year younger than me and has been a Special Olympics athlete for the last 15, 16 years. I've been a unified partner with Ro. We've played golf, Global Messenger, thank you. Global Messenger program we did together. I've coached, and she's just been someone that I've been really close with growing up, being so close in age. So as she started to get interested in Special Olympics, I did as well. So it just kind of grew as a family. Tell them about your new job. Ro just got a new job, so she came straight from work. So
yeah, so I work at Lunds and Barley's in Glen Lake, and I'm a bagger. So yeah, I've been doing pretty good.
Hey, Ro, tell us about your experience as a Special Olympic athlete.
It's been really great. I did it since 2005, and it's been awesome, and I love it. Like, my favorite sport is bowling. I love bowling a lot, but I love playing basketball too.
Tell them how tall you are.
Nope, I'm not telling how tall I am.
Under 5 feet, but still a baller.
Hey, Ro, is Charlie a good shooter?
Yes, he is.
Rebounder?
I made sure she'd say it. So.
No, he's an awesome basketball player, and we used to play at our old house a lot downstairs. So we would play like one-on-one against each other, and then it's been awesome.
Tell the truth, Ro. I know you beat him a couple times.
No, I never beat my brother yet. So
we keep it competitive.
Yes.
So Charlie, you obviously have been an inspiration for Ro. Ro is an inspiration for you. You guys are, like you said, I think you're both 20 or about the same age, 30 maybe. Ro, I want to know, is Charlie a good basketball coach? I know he's a high school coach and a summer basketball coach. How's he do?
Really awesome. Really great.
She's my number one fan. She's comes to every game, and she's the first to point out when I'm yelling too much. So keeps me in line.
I love it. I'm so thankful that you guys joined us to be teammates this year, and we're looking forward to expanding our partnership. And you guys have done a great job raising money in Minnesota. So the way this works is whatever Charlie and his family can raise through the Minnesota Special Olympics office like we are doing here in South Carolina, they keep in their state. So it's all a part of us under the umbrella of 24 hours of nothing but net, and that's why, part of the reason why our total is almost at 128, because we got great partners. Oh, it's over 128. New update. We're over 128,000. It's amazing. Well, Charlie, are you staying hydrated? Are you fueling up? What are you doing? Because they're starting to drink around here.
Yeah, a lot of cashews, some pistachios, keeping the protein going. That's the goal. And water. Way more water than I thought. So.
Oh, we're glad to see you. We're glad to get an update. We are going to check back in with you later on tonight. We got a couple of times we're going to come back to you and check on how you're doing. But thank you so much. We're proud of you. And Ro, we love seeing you. Great to meet you.
Thanks a lot.
Meeting you guys too.
Okay, terrific. All right, so Jill, come on. This is my friend Jill Migliori Pizza, an Italian restaurant. If you guys have not been to Migliori's yet here locally, you need to. Jill and Frankie work together at the restaurant, right?
Yep.
And Jill has a special presentation for us. So the Miglioris, Joanne and Don, could not be here with us because they had to be out of town today, but look what they did. From proceeds from the restaurant, this is their son Donnie and Jill, and that's $5,000 that we can add to our total. The Miglioris collected on Miracle Mondays the whole entire quarter from the beginning of January, I think really longer than that, to be able to help contribute to the fundraiser, and we can't thank them enough for what they have done to help Special Olympics, because we know how important it is to them. Now, while you're standing here, do we have Rhode Island?
Rhode Island is yes.
Okay. So, Jill, I have a surprise for you from Rhode Island, and I know you weren't expecting this, but I want you to know that some of your uncles and cousins are in Rhode Island to say hello to you on the live stream.
What's
up, guys?
Donnie, this is Rhode Island. We're here all summer.
Donnie's from Rhode Island, and he is here all summer. Yeah, Donnie. Let's see if we can get connected with Stephanie. Is Stephanie there?
Yes, I'm here.
You're here? All right, great. Stephanie Coro is our shooter in Rhode Island. Stephanie, how's it going?
It's going well. A little tired, but a little bit of help on my last round. I'm with Ryan here, and
hi guys.
He finished off my shots for me.
10 of them.
Yes.
I met Ryan this week. He is an all-star, man. That guy rocks.
Certainly
Debbie,
is.
thank you. I appreciate it.
So, Stephanie, how you doing? How do you feel? Are you hydrating? How's it going?
Yes, hydrating. Yep, have snacks here. I have a ton of people around. Actually, I have a very big group with me, if you can see. We had a lot of people show up, show their support. We have a lot of Ryan's family here. We have Coach Cosgrove, who's here as well. So a lot of support.
That's fantastic. We've got a lot of people here. We've got probably about 100 people standing in the driveway with us here to support this event. This is pretty cool.
Yes, it's awesome. Such a great turnout.
So one of the things that we're going to do is surprise Jill with a special guest. Is that special guest there?
The special guest should be signing on. I'm not that they're coming through yet.
Way, it's fine. It's not like we have high expectations to be in the studio. Like, there's no hair and makeup going on today, that's for sure.
I know. Let's see. Oh, they said they're signed on, just waiting to get in.
Okay, great. Well, Jill, we have some of your people. There's a big surprise for you. They were so excited to see you. You may not be able to see them, but they are going to see you. They wanted to say hello to you. So Stephanie was a great player at Rhode Island College, a great shooter, one of their all-time best scorers. Is Ryan still there?
I am right here.
Ryan, what's going on in the gym, man? Give me the straight-up scoop.
Oh, just shooting free throws, and that's just the basic case.
Did you make any of your free throws, Ryan?
Let's say 10 of them, Debbie. Thank you. I know, it's funny. I know.
You did a great job. You really did.
Stephanie, so is Ryan giving you inspiration? Is he pumping you up, or what's he doing?
Yes, he came in with a huge smile on, talking basketball. It was perfect.
Oh, and this T-shirt, Inspire Greatness.
Yes. We have our matching T-shirts on.
Hey.
Ryan, you're wonderful, man. I can't even believe that we get to see you twice, because we're going to have an interview with you that we taped earlier in the week. So you're getting double time on the 24-hour live stream, man. You're a superstar.
Thank you, Debbie. I appreciate it. And I'm glad and I'm honored to be interviewed by you, Debbie. Thank you.
I'm honored that you had the time with your busy schedule. Tell everybody what you've been doing in college.
So I'm going for youth development with a minor in coaching because I want to be a coach someday, and hopefully inspire greatness soon.
Ryan, I think you're going to be a great coach.
You know what? I think I agree. Thank you. I love the applause.
You love applause?
Oh, of course.
Of course. Okay, so do we have we have Michael? Oh, all right.
I'm here.
Guess who's with us? Can you
Hey,
see
Jill.
right there, Jill?
Hey,
Is that
Jill,
your brother,
how are you?
Michael?
How are you
Hey! Hey, Michael!
Hey, Deb, it's great to see
Can you,
everybody.
you see Jill?
I see her. She looks great.
Jill, it's
You
a
all look-
surprise for you.
That's my brother.
Yeah, it's your brother, Michael. How many brothers do you have?
The 5.
Who is your favorite brother?
Donnie.
He's-
Donnie, my brother, Mike.
Donnie first, then you, Mike.
I'll take second. So,
Hey, Mike, this is great that Rhode Island would jump in and partner with us.
it's the least we could do, and it's a way to keep connected with Jill. We wish we could be down there, but we're glad to do our part up here, and it was fun to get things organized.
Jill's running through all the Migliori brothers.
All of my brothers. Mike is in Rhode Island.
Yep, Mike's in Rhode Island. Where's Steven?
Steven's in Rhode Island.
Steven's in Rhode Island. Donnie is here.
Yeah.
Mark, where's Mark?
Mark is in Minnesota.
Minnesota, okay. Did I get everybody? One more, who am I missing?
Richard. Steven.
Richard? Where's your brother Richard?
I mentioned my brother. Michael, the Addison, the new baby.
Oh.
New niece.
And so
the baby.
we love to add people to your family. Hey, Michael, how's it going? You all right?
Well, we're doing great up here. It's about 80 degrees, so we feel like we're connected, but it's not typical for us. But no, it's great up here. We miss Joe, but we talk almost every day.
Your brother misses you, Jill. Isn't that sweet?
My brother's dead. My brother's dead.
Well, you know what, Mike? I think you're doing pretty well if you finish second in the Migliori brothers to Don.
I'll take that. Yeah,
that's pretty cool.
It's tough competition.
You're such a great friend to come on the 24-hour live stream and surprise Jill. And I didn't even tell Donnie that you were going to be on either. So it's so great to see you. Thank you for taking time to do this, and appreciate all of your support of 24 hours of nothing but net.
Thank you for organizing this. We look forward to next year, too.
That's what I like to hear, Mike. Thanks. Okay. All right, so Migliori's Italian restaurant brought pizzas for us, so everyone please help yourself. We can eat some pizza. We thank you guys for your donation. Donnie, thank you for representing the family, and Jill, thank you so much. And what do we have next? Oh yeah, so next on tape we have Coach Pat Kelsey. He's the new head basketball coach at the College of Charleston, and he is full of energy. He is going to do a fantastic job. We're going to go right from that to Robin Harmony, the women's coach at the College of Charleston. So those are the next two interviews on tape. While you guys are watching, we're going to be eating pizza.
Good job, Jill. I couldn't be more excited to be joined by the new head coach at the College of Charleston, Pat Kelsey. Coach, thank you so much for being with us on 24 Hours of Nothing But Net.
It's great to be here, Debbie. Thanks for having me on.
Listen, we are in Charleston so excited about you. You've been someone that's had great success at Winthrop. You've had other college job offers. You could have gone to a lot of different places, but you picked this community. Tell us why.
Well, I'm from Ohio. I'm a Midwest guy, born and raised, but for the better part of the first 35 years of my life, my family would come down to the Low Country every single summer. And, I just developed an affinity for that Low Country smell. We all know what that is. And this has become a very special place to Lisa and I. And we've always even said, someday, if we're lucky, we want to be able to shut it down and retire down, in the Low Country, in the Charleston area. And it's just so funny how God works. And, in sort of the midst of my career, to be able to move here and get paid to do it and to coach at a world-class high-level basketball program is pretty darn special. And, our plan is to grow this into hopefully one of the best programs in the country and make it my destination job. And we're just so pumped up and excited to be here.
Well, we're great fans of Matt Roberts, so we had no question he was going to deliver on bringing somebody that was going to, change the landscape, build the program, keep running things, at a high level. And Charleston, certainly as a city, it's the perfect setting, right? I mean, you could go downtown, park, go have something to eat, hang out, go to the game, go back down to King Street. I mean, I just love the whole concept of park and play.
No doubt. I mean, it's what doesn't it have? That's get on the phone with a recruiter on a Zoom call or with parents. It's just such an easy story to tell, because this is not only one of the best cities in the United States, it's one of the best cities in the world. And you mentioned from, the climate, the fact that we're a couple miles from the Atlantic Ocean, culture-rich city, beautiful architecture, restaurants, shopping, and then just this idyllic, angelic, breathtaking campus, a few hundred yards to the left of my office. You're right. There's so much to sell here.
Well, we have enjoyed raising our family in the Low Country. We've got 3 boys. You've got 3 kids as well. You and your wife are getting ready to get settled in and nestled in on what is going to be just an incredible place for you to raise your family. What are you most looking forward to about taking on this challenge, Pat?
Well, one of the things I'm most excited about is building relationships, both with, starting with the student body. I worked for and played for the great Skip Prosser, and he was one of the best I'd ever seen at connecting, right? He called it winning the minds and hearts. And, it starts with our student body and then this community too. One of the big things I'm looking forward to, one, is getting my family here, as you mentioned, and we're close. We found a house, we sold ours, so things are moving in that direction. But then, really selling to all constituents, whether it's faculty, staff, students, community, that this isn't my team, this is your team, this is their team. And, building that relationship and making TD Arena, must-see TV, making it Charleston's team. That's something that I'm very much looking forward to.
Our town, is that what you're saying?
Our town. You beat me to it. Like you got points there in the marketing department with me because you're paying attention. I love it. Our city. That says it all.
Pat, you've had such great teams at Winthrop. You've had success. I personally had a chance to cover your team for the NCAA tournament in 2017 when I was working for CBS. That was my first year on the men's tournament. And right away, your energy and your ability to communicate stands out with your players and with the constituents around your program and everything that you touch around your basketball-centric world. Where does some of that energy and motivation and fuel come from?
It's a great question. So I've answered that question before. So if you've heard this before, I apologize. But I say all the time that we all have strengths, we all have weaknesses, right? And I got plenty of weaknesses. My in-laws would tell you about most of them if you want me to give you their phone number. But I got the short end of the stick in looks. Probably got didn't get a fair shake in terms of intelligence. But the one thing that the Lord gave me in abundance was energy and passion. And just kind of the way I go about living my life. My feet hit the ground in the morning, Debbie. Similar to you, I run to work. Why? Because I feel like I'm not working. I get to do what I love to do. Coach the game that I love, teach, influence the lives of young men. It doesn't get any better than that. So that is one strength I have, I guess, is my ability to inspire a little bit. I think that's what good coaches and good teachers do. And I'd like to think I'm one of them.
What kind of style of play will we anticipate seeing? And if you're listening to this and you're local, why should you be buying a season ticket right now?
Yeah, I mean, Skip used to say this too, and I think this applies to me, but the older I get, the faster I want to play. And, we've been one of the top 10, top 15 programs in the country in pace most of the last 5 years. We've been one of the top 10, 15, top 20 programs in the country in scoring most of the last 5 years. We tilt the floor. We play fast. We spread you. We attack. But that doesn't mean for a second, Debbie, that we sacrifice offense for defense. We've been a championship caliber program at Winthrop for a long time, and our offensive numbers probably are the sizzle that sells tickets and gets recruits excited. But we like to think that the reason that we're right there on Championship Sunday, year in and year out, typically is that, we have a disposition to defend at all times. We're always going to have that tough, nasty, grit your teeth, bow your neck disposition on the defensive end, if you know what I mean. And I know you know what I mean. You're as tough as they come.
I know how tough it is to do this task that I'm doing, so I'm gritting my teeth every day, getting ready.
Listen, that's amazing. When you explain to me what you're doing, 24 consecutive hours, making 100 free throws starting on the top of the hour every time.
It's insane.
It's insane. Like if people, when you first hear it, and then you go, hold on, every hour for 24 straight hours, just the physical, the mental toll.
You know what, Pat? You're not getting the senior citizen discount yet either. I think I might be getting that.
I just have so much respect for what you're doing, and I am all in, 2 feet in any way that I can be a part of it. And help you spread the word about the unbelievable cause, and just a big fan of what you're doing. So thank you for that.
Well, you and your family are going to find out quickly as you migrate a little bit further south to the Low Country how wonderful this community is and how immersed people are in helping others. That's exactly what we're trying to do here. I mean, this Special Olympic fundraiser is based on trying to raise money and awareness for Special Olympics, to get people involved, to try to help raise some money for programming and training. And so these athletes that struggle to organize themselves anyway, people with intellectual and physical disability can't always organize themselves. But this is an opportunity to raise money so we can help them get organized. And you know what I'm talking about. You've done some of that yourself at Winthrop and some other places that you've been.
Sure, and listening to you and spending some time with you this morning, and how passionate you are about Special Olympics and the way that it can improve the lives of people with special needs, as you mentioned, and helping them get organized so that they can live, you know, happier, more productive lives is such an admirable cause. You know, at Winthrop, we had a group that would come to Rock Hill every single summer that our basketball program was a part of. And it was an organization called Bounce Out the Stigma Basketball Camp. And the guy that ran it is like a legend in basketball, and all he's known as is Mighty Mike. And you can look up Mighty Mike, Bounce Out the Stigma, and find out more about him and what they do. But it just became a special relationship that we had with the kids that came to the camp. And that relationship, you know, spilled into the regular season. They got most of them come to games and come into the locker room after game, and many of which are friends, will be friends of mine for the rest of my life. So, yeah, that's something was a really special part of what we did at Winthrop.
Well, we're so pleased that you had some time in your busy schedule, and you're just getting your, like you said, feet on the ground every morning. I know you're busy, and for you to take some time to help us with this event, we really appreciate it. We'll be on the live stream a couple of times with your interview, and anybody who's watching can just see and feel the energy from you, Pat, and we're excited about you and your family being here.
Yeah, you probably heard this one too, but all my lines start with, Coach Prosser used to say this because he was way funnier and wittier than I, but he used to introduce me as, "This is Kels, he makes coffee nervous." So that's kind of my MO a little bit. But Debbie, I tell you, I mean, I'm all in you know, putting the word out there and promoting this great cause and this great event. We put it out on our social media, and just so darn excited to be a part of it. So thank you very much.
Well, thank you. Then welcome to the Low Country, and we can't wait to get down there and watch your team compete this fall.
Can you give me one more, like with some conviction? Our city. Can you give me one of those?
Yeah, I can give you one of those. Our city.
That's what's up. Love it.
I love it. I'm excited for you. I appreciate your time, and I hope that people will listen to this and be inspired and want to participate in Special Olympics. College of Charleston head coach Robin Harmony. Robin, thank you so much for being with us on 24 Hours of Nothing But Net. This is a 24-hour live stream, and I don't know where you're going to be slotted in yet, but it's probably going to be prime time.
I don't know about that, but you're the one that's prime time. All that training that you're doing for this is your free throws and your burpees is unbelievable. But I know that you'll definitely get through it, and it's something that you love to do, and I'm looking forward to coming and watching.
Well, thank you, Robin. You know, this is going to be your third year at the College of Charleston, and I remember on day one, I went down to your press conference when you accepted the job, and you just have a way of galvanizing and building incredible spirit, and I know your team keeps getting better and better. How's it going?
Well, I mean, it's been a quick 2 years when you really look back and think of it. You know, it's just, it flew by, and that first year, you know, we had a better record than anybody thought we would. Obviously, I wasn't happy with 13 and 16, but we had the best record since 2013-14. So we're making inroads, and it seems like it's slow, but, you know, and last year with the pandemic, just to get through it, it's credit to, you know, everybody that was on our staff and behind the scenes and our kids that we were able to continue to play, and only had a small COVID issue when we sent our players home for Christmas. But, you know, I look at it, when they were on my watch, they were good. And, you know, and now going into our third year, we've had a really good recruiting class. We had a 47th in the nation recruiting class out of the 350 some Division I schools. And we're number one in the CAA conference. And then we just signed 2 late kids from the crazy the portal. And, you know, we found 2 kids that can come in and help our young team immediately. So we should be able to make a big jump now in my third year.
It's a hot topic of conversation across college basketball right now, and that is the transfer portal. And there's a lot of people that really like it, and there's some that, you know, might not like it as much. I think it's changed the profession, whether you like it or not. It's a whole different way that you have to approach recruiting, isn't it?
It sure is. And it's, you know, it's going to be a lot more, because when you look at the 2021 class, those kids didn't come visit colleges, or they don't know the coaches. And it was only through Zoom calls and phone calls that they got to see our campus and know us. So we might see a lot more in that transfer portal in the 2021 class decides, hey, this wasn't for me. I like it, but it's something that it's kind of the luck of the draw. And a lot of the Power 5 players are going in and they want to continue to go Power 5. So it's the part that boggles my mind, that they want to go somewhere and play 15, 20 minutes when they could come to maybe a mid-major like the College of Charleston and play 38 minutes. So, it's different, I believe, for the men and the women. The women, they want to get all the bells and whistles and, that kind of lifestyle. And the men, they just want to go somewhere and play and help a team get better and, get seen, because they know that they could play Division II, Division III, NAIA and still get looks to go professional. But with women, it's not that case. And that's the part that's probably the most frustrating to me, that they're going Power 5 to Power 5 instead of looking around and seeing what some of the mid-majors, which when you look at our conference with the Colonial, we're really strong. We're like 6th ranked out of 32. So you could still get quality basketball, still be seen, and still be able to make it into the profession of pro basketball if that's what you want. So that's the part that's frustrating to me, but it's the way it's going to be for the next 3 years. So we have to adjust as coaches. And I think my adjustment will be to make sure that I save a few scholarships for that transfer portal.
One of the reasons why you took the job at the College of Charleston was because of the wonderful community that we live in. Can you speak a little bit to what you've learned about, just in general, the people of the Low Country, and how giving people are here, how nice they are? I mean, I don't ever remember seeing any other community where like 4 years in a row it's voted like the nicest place in America. I mean, like, we do live in the nicest place in America.
Absolutely. When I was interested in the job, my agent was like, hey, do you know Debbie? Like, I really don't know her. I know who she is. I know what she's done for men's and women's basketball. Well, she told me, Felicia Hall said, hey, you got to call Debbie. And, you didn't know me. The only thing that you knew is we had mutual, friends and things like that. So you said, well, if this person and that person likes you, then you must be okay, Robin. So that was that Southern hospitality. And, when I did my press conference, I wasn't nervous until I saw you. And I was like, oh man, there's like the icon of women's basketball. And, I had to kind of gather myself, and it made me, the first couple minutes, like, this lady here is big time in this building. So I knew that Charleston had that type of, personalities here, and they just want us to be successful, just like you want us to be successful. When you come to our games, you come to practice, and it makes a big difference for our community that they see people like you. And, everybody else, as far as, because I didn't know anybody, and, fundraising's a really important thing that you have to do no matter what business you're in, especially college athletics. And it was really easy for me because people were friendly. You got them on the phone, you went out to lunch with them, and they sure helped. And, so I'm on my 3rd year, and, I need that excellence money in my program, and they just open their wallets, give it to us. We just need people now to enjoy College of Charlestown women's basketball and come watch us play. They come watch the men, and they love the college, so we just need them to jump on over and see our games.
We have a wonderful setup down at the College of Charleston, right? I mean, you're right on between King and Meeting Street, and, everyone likes to be able to park, walk, go have a cocktail or dinner, go to the game, come out after the game, have another cocktail, or just go eat. There's just so many things that you can do downtown, walking around. It's a great walk. And
absolutely.
That's one of the draws for our hospitality state, if you will, right? I mean, we are the hospitality state. We do like to entertain, and we like to hang out.
Yep, we do. And there's so many great restaurants just anywhere in Charleston. So it is the attraction. And when we bring players in to visit, they see it like, oh, I'm coming here. So that's the big key, that it helps with our community, that they care, they want to come to the games. There's plenty of things to do in Charleston, and it is a city, but it also is a small town. And, we just need to keep on bringing people in and getting bigger and stronger. And, it's a great place to have to work, and I don't have to do it. I get to do it. And it's beautiful. Every day you walk out of the gym and down on King Street, which is 2 blocks, and anything you need is right there. So, it is a great atmosphere, and that's why people, you know, we go and we try to drive around in Charleston. You can tell it's getting busier and busier just because it's a wonderful place to visit, a great place to live, and, you know, we're the fortunate ones.
Yeah, I love your attitude about not have to, but get to. That's sort of the way I feel about this fundraiser and about the awareness that we're creating for Special Olympics. I just know how valuable contributions are for families like mine to help create programming and training and allow these athletes to compete at their level, which is a high level for them. And Special Olympics has such a strong brand to it. When you found out I was doing this 3 years ago, you didn't even hesitate to make a significant donation to help us raise some money to elevate our community overall. So I thank you for all the nice things you said, and I thank you for your contribution.
Oh, you're welcome anytime. And definitely, you know, I think that people need to make sure they give. If they haven't given, give. If, you know, you did give more. You know, it makes such a big difference for what we do with Special Olympics and what you do in South Carolina. And, you know, you watch Special Olympics and it's like, wow, look at those kids. They're loving it. They're competing. They have great passion. And then, you know, you look at it sometimes like, hey, I wish Division I, Division II, and Division III college athletes had that same passion and commitment.
Well, I appreciate you saying all that, Robin. And I'm so grateful for your friendship. I'm so glad you're a part of our community. I'm so proud of what you're building at the College of Charleston. And, you know, I mean, I know you're just a phone call away from me if I need something, and I know you feel the same way for me. So thank you so much for coming on here and taking time from your busy recruiting schedule to be able to spend some time with us.
Oh, absolutely. Anytime. And, you know, we'll be there and we'll be watching to support you. And I know that we're going to break that $125,000 record. You're going to smash it. And you're going to set that bar so high, it'll be even hard for you to catch. But if there's one person that can do it, you can get it done.
Well, you started talking about that free throw burpee routine, and it is kicking my you-know-what, but it works. It's helping me get ready. So it's definitely worth the pain.
I'm sure it is. I'm sure it is. We can't wait. We can't wait to see how it goes. And we know that you're going to do, you know, you're going to break all kinds of records and with your free throw percentage and raising all that money.
Thanks for your inspiration, Robin. Appreciate it.
All right. We'll talk soon.
Next is our friend, Dr. Joan Fallon. Dr. Fallon and I met at a special event here in Charleston a few years ago, and she is the CEO of Curemark, which is a pharmaceutical company that has created a drug for people on the autism spectrum. She's active and involved in the special needs community. She's a fan of 24 Hours of Nothing But Net. And Joan, I couldn't be more pleased that you took time out of your busy schedule as a CEO of a giant company to be with us today.
Well, thank you so much, and I'm really honored to be here. This is such a great event, and I also want to offer my condolences for your loss, you and your family, Deb. The COVID thing is really, you know, done some very bad things here, even in New York, and especially in the early days. It's just been a lot of loss for this world. So things like today are so special.
Thank you so much for your kind words. I mean, you and I became fast friends when we met. We were initially drawn to each other because we love sports so much. Talk about what you are doing and what efforts you are leading to help in-venue athletic places and stadiums and arenas for people that have special needs.
So we, you know, we're working on a drug treatment for autism, which is the focus of our company. But we spend a lot of time mixing sports and special needs and advocacy. So the three things in life that I've always loved since I was a kid are medicine, children, and anything with a ball. And so I've managed to be able to put together. So when I see something like this, I'm just so thrilled to be able to support what you're doing.
Well, you've been a supporter
currently,
since the very beginning. I mean, you jumped right in on year one and were able to get involved in helping us. This is Dina Dill. I don't know if you had a chance to meet Dina, but I told her all about you, and we're so thrilled that you had time to do this.
Hi, Dina. Nice to meet you. I haven't met before, but I'm glad
to meet
hopefully
you,
we'll
Dr.
meet you in
Fallon.
person.
Thank you so much for being a supporter. We couldn't appreciate it more.
So there's two things that I want to say. One is that I would like to give you a check for $1,000 from our, I have a little foundation, and so I want to make sure that you have that. And if you want to do a New York City venue next year, let's do that.
We would love for you to help us lead the charge there. That would be awesome to find somebody in New York City that would be willing to do this.
Do you have an idea for a shooter?
Oh yeah, I do actually. I'm that there. You know, if you would let a couple of shooters happen at one time, I think we could get some celebs and some other people to get to shoot some free throws. So I think it'll be a lot of fun to be
I always look at
part
you
of your
as
group.
a leader in many different ways, not just what you do with your drug company for people on the autism spectrum, but you know, explain to me some of the sensory processing things that you're doing around sports.
Yes. So we have, right now we have 2 sensory rooms, one at the Brooklyn Cyclones here in New York, which is a AA now affiliate of the Mets, and the AAA Yankees, the Scranton Wilkes-Barre Rail Riders, and we have these rooms set up so that families can come to a game. Because very often, if the family is sitting in a game, the noises are too much, the crowd is too much for any child with special needs who has sensory processing issues. And so we've designed a suite in each place that actually can accommodate families to come and to have the individual with the sensory issues feel safe and comfortable, as well as the rest of the family. So it's a very exciting thing that we're able to sponsor both of those suites in those 2 minor league venues. We were last of the same thing for the New York Yankees, but because of the COVID protocols, we had to put that on hold. But hopefully next year we can do that.
Are you familiar with other places around the country that are implementing this sort of plan that you've helped lead in the New York area?
I'm not too familiar with it in the New York area, but certainly the Philadelphia Eagles have been one of the early groups that has done that. And there are others, but in baseball, this is sort of the one that's leading the charge. And the Brooklyn Cyclones are a phenomenal organization. And they dreamt that up and came and found me. And I said, this is perfect for us to sponsor.
We're in the garage, as you can see, and there are hundreds of people in the driveway now, and it's really kind of cool. I don't know if have you been able to capture it? William does such a good job of showing the flavor behind what we're doing. And I know you're a big baseball fan, but what do you think about hoops?
Oh, you are awesome. You are just awesome. And I know what it takes to get ready. And that is even more awesome. And I love the cadence of when you shoot. I know that Mr. Dish helps a little bit, but just your rhythm and your form, I'm in awe, actually, to be very honest with you. It's just a wonderful thing to watch.
It gets tougher the older you get to do this.
Well, I'm in awe with what you're doing, making sports even more accessible to people who love them and want to participate, just like Special Olympics.
Yes.
Absolutely. It's very important that children have those opportunities to participate in sports. Sports teaches leadership. It teaches teamwork. It's great for their bodies. I just think it's so important to all of us, but especially to children, and to have the ability to get the special needs children involved like this is just an amazing thing.
Well, we are so grateful for your time, and thank you for your gift to Special Olympics, to 24 Hours of Nothing But Net. I think we're getting close to 130. I mean, with your $1,000, you may have taken us over 130. We're going to check it real quick because that's a really fun thing to report.
133.5.
Oh my goodness. So,
yay.
With your 1,000, did you put it in? Because if you didn't put it in yet, we're at 134.
No, I didn't put it in yet. I'm going to have a check here, but I will put it in. Yep. It's great.
I am, you've just inspired me for the 6 o'clock hour for shooting. Are you going to give me a little tip? Give me some tips before I go out there for 6 o'clock.
Tune out the noise. Just go and shoot it up, right? And I'll see you all. I've been watching. I'll watch during the night. I'll text you like I do usually, and enjoy yourself and have great. Frankie looks terrific. I'm so happy to see him.
So much, Joan. It's wonderful to see you, and you're such a great ambassador for families like ours, and we appreciate it.
Thank you so much, and I'll see you soon. Bye-bye. Nice to meet you. Bye-bye.
I can't believe it.
I'm going to let you finish right here as we get ready to do the intro.
That's how I started to say. I don't even think there's anything to finish up. I think it's we're right up against the hour, so I think you'll be shooting, right? We have our intro for Debbie while she stretches. Yeah, it's time. Right? We good? Are we live? We're live with my warm-up. Let me make one more for Patrick.
Jump on this one.
Okay. All right. You got it? Okay. All right. Hey, you know what the best part about getting ready to shoot the next 100 is? I walk out of the garage. There's hundreds of people here in my driveway, and now the number is 134. Wow.
It was because of me.
Come here, Grant. Come over here, Grant. This is my buddy Grant Baker. I've known Grant for a long time.
Hey.
Are you a good fundraiser?
Oh, I am also a good fundraiser, and I took a video of Miss Debbie shooting baskets so she can raise up so many money so she can buy herself a car.
Oh, well, I don't. But
well, I know.
What am I raising money for? I'm raising it for you.
Yeah, we're just raising it for a good day, for the good Special Olympics, and we might get a good stuff for everything that we need.
Grant, you're the best. You're a great fundraiser, man. They need to hire you over there at Special Olympics. What do you think?
I think we should.
I think we should, yeah. Okay, let's get some shots up. Yeah, is he sure that's what he wants to do?
Oh, you want me to ask him before you go?
Yeah, when I'm done shooting, we'll do it. Okay, because then we can put it in the count after I'm done. All right, where's Patrick with my phone? Okay. I did warm up. Let me get it. The hips are going first. Okay, Patrick. All right, let's go. Somebody got my misses? I'll count the makes. Okay, you can. Oh, that's off. That's not a good way to start. 1. 2. 3. 4. 5. 6. 7. 8. 9. 10. 11. 12. 13. 14. 15. 16. 16. 17. 18. 19. 20. 21. 22. 23. 24. 25. 26. 27. 28. 29. 30. 31. 32. 37. 38. 39. 40. 41. 42. 43. 44. 45. 46. 47. 48. Thank you, 49, for the bounce. 50. 51. 52. 54. 55. 55. Oh, come on. 55. 56. 57. 58. 59. 60. 62. 65. 68. 70. 75. 76. 77. 78. 79. 80. 89. 81. 82. 83. 84. 85. 86. 87. 88. 89. 90. 91. 92. 93. 94. 95. 96. 98. How many? 7? Right! Way to go, Team Best! Way to go, girls. We're all gonna learn to shoot it like that, right? Yeah. We're gonna work at it. We gotta practice. Okay? All right. Frank, where are we? We're waiting. So, listen, everybody. We got lots of people in the driveway. I want you all to hear this. While I was shooting, we went up to 136. Frankie, come here. Come over here. Frankie, everybody loves seeing you on the live stream. Come in. You got it? What's it say?
136.
Yeah, it's 136. How about that? Are you excited? Huh? Yeah. We're thrilled. Okay. So, come here, Frankie. I'm going to tell everybody what we're going to do next. Okay, so if you were watching on the live stream earlier, we had our friend Ryan Cooper, who is an incredible actor and a really great guy. And he was a part of our live stream last year. And to me, one of the greatest compliments that we can get on this event is if people are willing to come back. And they want to come back and be a part of what we're doing and helping us raise this much money. I mean, come on, I mean, that's amazing what it's going to do to impact the families in South Carolina. So when we started shooting today, we were at 103, 103,000. Our goal initially was 100. We had to raise the bar because people are so generous, and we've set our goal at 150. My Special Olympic front office sitting over here to my left is thinking we need to go up a little bit more. Let's. What do you think, Frankie? We're hanging in there. Okay, so let me just say this, because before we go to Ryan, because I introduced Ryan, but I didn't tell you what he was going to do with us. And you're all invited to participate. Everyone here can participate, okay? It'll be really fun. All right? So, Pepsi, my friend Derek Lewis gave us $10,000, okay? All the product that's here, his incredible support, Pepsi Stronger Together is their corporate initiative, and they thought enough of what we were doing that they gave us $10,000. So that was incredible off the top, okay? Dr. Dish has been my partner from the beginning. Many of you may not know this. Some of you may have heard me say this before. When I turned 50, a Dr. Dish is what I wanted for my birthday. My husband, Frank, thought I was nuts, right? What 50-year-old woman doesn't want a trip, diamonds, jewels, whatever? You know, no, I wanted a Dr. Dish shooting machine, okay? Right, Frankie? Right, okay? Everybody back here wants one, see? They all want one, of course. Girls, get in. Are you guys in the frame? Because I want to make sure everybody sees you. Get in the picture, okay? Boys, too.
Patrick in there.
So, Dr. Dish, Doug Campbell, and their entire staff, my friend Jefferson Mason, they have been 100% supportive. From the beginning, someone who donated will win one of these machines. All you have to do is make a donation, and you're automatically qualified to win this machine, okay? The second prize we had is years of experience. 4 days, 3 nights, 4 Disney Park Hopper tickets. Someone's going to win that prize, okay? My friend Amy Westerman donated that to us. Years of Experience is a company that obviously had a little bit of a downturn with the pandemic, like most people did, but they're coming back out of it, and they're coming out of it so well, and she's so generous that she wanted to give us that trip. So those are two really big prizes that we are able to award to someone who donates. So if you're thinking about, you know, you like to buy a raffle ticket or you like to roll the dice, you know, just put your $24 in this pocket right here. It's for Special Olympics. We'll take it because we need it. And that is a significant impact on families like mine and all 30,000 Special Olympic athletes across the state of South Carolina. I don't even know how many are in Minnesota and Oregon and Rhode Island, but that would count too. Their donations count to win the prizes. So Pepsi, Dr. Dish, years of experience, incredible supporters. Since we've been here, and since I was shooting, Dr. Kevin Hogan, where's Dr. Hogan? Make an appearance, please. Make an appearance.
Come on, Dr. Hogan.
Dr. Kevin Hogan
He's my dentist.
is the Antonelli family dentist. Okay?
My dentist.
Dr. Hogan, thank you. Dr. Hogan is,
Come on, Dr. Hogan.
Dr. Hogan, thank you. Dr. Hogan has graciously committed, on top of his $2,400 that he handed me this morning, another $5,000. So we can add that 5 to the 136. William, take that bar up another notch. We're going to 141, baby, 141. Dr. Hogan, thank you, man. He's been terrific with our family. He's a great dentist with Frankie. He's been unbelievable. And I will stop picking on him about how much he charges me now. He's a fantastic guy, and we're so thankful. So that's 141, right, Sue? Yes. That's 141. Come on, that's awesome, right? Man, who you want to give a shout out to?
My brother Patrick.
Why you want to give a shout out to Patrick? He's right here.
His best brother ever had.
You can say that because Joey's not here. He's your best brother. You better be careful. Oh, you better be careful. All right, so are we ready for Ryan? Ryan, man, Ryan, thank you so much. We're so glad that you could be here. Everyone needs to get close to a TV. Ryan has a company called Cooper Fit. And Ryan is going to take us through some incredible breathing and meditation exercises that I know I am ready for right now to make sure I keep my focus on shooting. So if anyone would like to participate, please. Ryan's ready to go. I see you, buddy. Thank you.
Ready,
I know
Debbie?
I could use a little loosening up in the hips right now. I can tell you that.
All right. You can hear me?
We can hear you, yes. So,
All right,
girls,
so
come over here by this TV.
What I'm going to ask everyone to do, hi,
And
congratulations, Debbie. I am so proud, and thank you for having me back. It's a real pleasure. And I have my own 24-hour race getting the apartment and the back garden ready for my daughter's birthday tomorrow, but it's nothing in comparison to what you're doing. So if we can first... I don't know if you can still hear me. All I can see is me. So what we're going to do is we're going to close our eyes. We're going to inhale through the nose for 4 seconds. You're going to hold the breath for 4 seconds. 1, 2, 3, 4. You're going to exhale for 4 seconds. 1, 2, 3, 4. You're going to hold the breath. 1, 2, 3, 4. You're going to inhale for 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold on your own pace. Exhale. 1. Hold. Inhale. Now just keep breathing. Now all I want you to think about is something that you really, really want to do well in. And I want you to see it. I want you to see yourself. For you, Debbie, it could be shooting these 3 throws. You could be just visualizing yourself. Perfect throws. Just stay with the breath. You don't need to count. If there's any tension in the body, I want you to inhale send release to the tension in the body, and then I want you to come back and I want you to see yourself throwing the free throws and just getting it straight in. This can be used for any kind of technique or any kind of sports, anything that we have going on in our life. We can see ourselves sitting down and writing, if that's what you do. You can see yourself entering into conflict, into hard situations, and see yourself operating as your best self. And then you can just breathe in. If you feel tension in the body, when you feel that tension come up, you breathe into it, you feel it, and you let it go. And now as a sportsman, you often have those moments where you will drop a throw, and that's okay. You just come back to the breath, come back to the thought, and from there you can get back in the game. You can even visualize yourself missing the throw and then coming back. Oh, I messed up? Okay, I'm going to do better next time. I'm going to center myself, use the breath. It's great. I can't see you guys, but I hope you're doing awesome. You can open your eyes. It's a really great way to settle the nerves. And then if you'd like, we can also do some fire breathing. Fire breathing is when we push the air out of our lungs by using our diaphragm. So we use the engagement of the lower abs, and the air releases through our mouth. It's very simple. And the breath automatically will come back in. So you can do that 20 times in a row. It'll oxygenate the body. It'll stimulate digestion. It'll stimulate the nervous system. It helps calm us down. Want to give it a go? I can't see you guys, so let's just give it a go. 20 times. I want you to exhale by using the lower abs drawing in. 10, 9, 8. Close your eyes. You might feel tingles in the body. You can use this to realign your concentration. Can you hear something far away? Can you hear something close to you? And more importantly, can you feel your heart beating? What's happening inside our bodies? And all these techniques can be used to stimulate ourselves. It's such a powerful technique. So if you feel stressed, if you feel tired throughout the night, do some fire breathing. If you feel like you've shifted off the game, come back to the 4 square and just concentrate and see it. Just like that. I use this a lot with my clients if I feel like I'm getting knocked off my center. If I have a big audition, I feel like I'm scared, I'm going to focus, I'm going to see myself. Even if it is falling, and if it is failing or slipping a line and then coming back, I'm going to come back to the center. It's very easy, but it's a consistent practice. Bruce Lee talks about the fact that we fight to form, and form is a discipline. Form is something that we've practiced over and over and over and over, but oftentimes we get sideswiped. And so that might be in a Bruce Lee situation, a bar fight. You don't know someone's coming. You might slip, but now we come back to the form. And this means we practice, like you've practiced a lot for this. So I wish you all the best. I don't know if you can hear me. This whole time I've just been talking at myself on the screen. And if anyone would like to join my company and coach with me, I am very willing, Debbie, to donate 20% of the proceeds to Nothing But the Net.
Right, us that work in TV, or Dina's a movie star, I just call basketball games. It's a significant difference in what we do.
Somebody gives me my lines. Usually I don't have to come up with them. I hit a mark and I say what I'm supposed to say. You know that,
She's
right?
on the mark perfectly, and I'm off the mark, which is usually the way I work. They're like, slide over a little bit. Anyway, Ryan.
So, Ryan, we can hardly hear you because people were breathing and now people are breaking up. But he gave us some good advice talking about getting sideswipe things that could cause your focus to go away.
Yeah.
I don't know if you saw, there was so much wind earlier, Ryan, that the walls fell, things were shaking, the temp took off, but Debbie was still shooting over 90%.
Got to keep your focus going.
Good on you,
so
Debbie.
Ryan,
very proud of you.
That was incredible. As soon as you finished, the girls started yap, 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 so they got a lot of energy now, so they'll be ready for the next hour with us.
And if anyone wants to join with Cooper Fit, I would like to make a 20% donation to you guys. Debbie, thank you.
To Ryan Cooper, right? All right. They're all saying thank you to you, Ryan. We can't hear you, but we can't thank you enough for taking time again, the second year, to be with us.
Yes, thank you, Ryan. And you've been
Bye,
a big
guys.
part of this. I can't hear him at all.
Yeah, no, we can't hear him because we don't have the professional IFB and all that. But Ryan, you came here to be with us twice. We're at $141,000, which is absolutely phenomenal. And I hope you will celebrate with us in the success of this incredible event so far. But we're still counting, so we're not done raising money.
Yeah. Well, thank you for having me. And break a leg, as we say in the acting
is that
world.
from Ryan? Oh, so Ryan, we just are getting the information. It's breaking news.
Breaking news, and I'm just hearing it. I still didn't even hear it.
Yeah.
We're getting 20% discount.
No, he's going to donate 20%.
To anyone who would like to join.
Under 24 hours, Nothing But Net.
Oh,
joins Cooper Fit.
Thank you so much.
Wow, Ryan,
Thank
awesome.
you, Ryan Cooper.
Of course.
Thank you so
much. And if
much.
you want a 20% discount, I'll
we
also give a
appreciate you, and we
20%
can't wait
discount.
to
So that
see
means
you again
40%.
soon.
40% down, 20% to you guys.
Is he saying goodbye? Oh.
Love you guys.
So great. Thank you.
Really
Bye.
proud of you. Yeah.
Thanks, Ryan.
Bye-bye. Thanks for having me back.
Next up, that was a big superstar.
Wow, how about Ryan?
Ryan.
And, you know what? It's not just a donation, it's an investment in what we're doing, right? It's a belief in what his product is, how we can introduce it to young people, and make a big difference for Special Olympics. It's great.
Absolutely. So Ryan is super fit. Our next guest, also super fit guy, professional baseball player, Adam Frazier. We had the pleasure of talking to him earlier in the week.
Yeah, he's awesome. He's a rock star. So Dina and I got into it a little bit on the air in this interview, so pay attention, because I didn't like something Dina said.
So let me go ahead.
And she ended up being right.
What? Say that again.
Dina was right.
So she told me not to ask somebody about their hitting streak. And Adam's been on a great hitting streak.
Yes.
And I just want to say, I want everyone to know before they watch this interview, I did not end his streak by asking for it. In fact, the next day, the day we interviewed him, he hit a home run. And then last night, he hit a triple. He hit 4 hits.
He's hot.
He was 4 for 5 last night. Hit a triple in the 11th inning for the tie run, and then there was a pop-up fly, and he had the winning run across the plate. So, bam, in your face, I did not end any hitting streak.
I love it. We're going to, all right, that's enough of that trash talk, Dina.
Yeah,
let's get to Adam.
Let's get to Adam Frazier. Hey, everybody, you're back with me and Debbie, and we are super excited to have starting second baseman, Major League, two-time Gold Glove nominee, great hitter, Adam Frazier for the Pittsburgh Pirates joining us. Hey, Adam, how you doing?
Good morning. I'm doing well. How are y'all?
We're doing great. Adam, I have to tell you, I know the executive committee of your fan club. They're all related to me. They live in Dayton, Tennessee. Jay Dill, Matt Dill, Jim Dill, all the Dills. Jennifer Dill, Abby Dill, an old player, a former teammate of yours, Wes Ray, also a standout at your alma mater, Mississippi State. So I said I'm getting to interview you today, and I want you to know I'm getting more calls. I've gotten about 20 text messages from those people today telling me questions they want me to ask you, and then they've called, and I've written down a bunch of stuff they want me to talk about with you. Are you nervous?
A little bit now.
Debbie, Adam has really on a hot hitting streak right now. I saw last night that you ran your streak up to 11 games. How's that feel? And I know you had a great spring season, and you're bringing that into the season.
Well, honestly, I didn't even know it was at 11, so we better knock on some wood for that. But yeah, I feel pretty good. Yeah, spring kind of clicked for me, and I'm just trying to carry that over. It's a long season, so just take it day by day.
That's that. Well, I know that before the game yesterday, you talked to my brother, my big bro, Jim Dill, on the phone. I know how superstitious baseball players are, so I'm sure that's going to have to become a ritual now, right?
Well, yeah, we might have to do that again.
My brother is in my bourbon supplier, and I think Adam's as well, maybe.
Yeah, he definitely helps out in that department.
So last week I saw you you're always on SportsCenter actually, but I just happened to be flipping through and I saw that amazing play against the Cardinals, and people were saying it was a Derek Jeter impersonation. And so I don't know if you know this, but on Twitter it was you had some stuff trending. Hashtag Derek Frazier, hashtag Adam Jeter, hashtag can't tell the difference. Debbie,
I'll take all
you had
those
this
compliments
amazing
anytime
play.
you're in that sentence. Yeah. I still don't know how the guy was out, but yeah, I'll take it.
You know,
I'm sure
Adam,
you'll be surprised to know our show, 24 Hours of Nothing But Net, and Debbie were in top 10 plays on SportsCenter last year with this fundraiser that we're doing now.
I remember seeing that. That's unbelievable. Hopefully, can make it again this year.
Well, thanks, Adam. I know my husband played baseball in college, so I know you're not supposed to ask certain questions about the streaks. Dina, you know,
sorry.
we're gonna get Adam. We got to get him keep him in the right frame of mind. I mean, but honestly, I'm watching what you're doing, and I'm thinking about it as a basketball player and as a shooter. You know, like when you get in that zone, and it just things seem like they slow down, and they just seem like they come easier to you. Is hitting a baseball the hardest thing in sport?
Yeah, I believe it probably is. I played basketball growing up and all throughout high school, and I know that zone you're talking about. You just kind of black out, and everything you throw up, it doesn't matter if somebody's in your face or not. It's going in, and you're not even worried about it. But I wish it was we had that in baseball too, but I can't say that I've ever felt that.
Well, we're all big fans of yours, not just because you're here, but because you're such a good young guy, represent the Pirates so well. But I'm so, after studying your journey and reading about where you've been and all the places that you've played and how hard you've had to work to get to this point right now, can you sort of share along the way what that's been like for you?
Well, for me, I've always been kind of the undersized guy. In the game now, it's everybody's 6'3", 6'4", it seems like, and I'm just a little 5'10", small guy trying to make it. But I've never really had the big prospect status at any point in high school, college, or now in professional ball. So it's just all mental, really. Is the tougher you can be mentally, the better off you'll be. And it's really just kind of separates everyone as the road gets tougher and the game gets harder.
Are there any moments now where you're sitting in the Pirates dugout waiting to hit or waiting to get back out on the field, and you think back to some of those dugouts that you sat in along the way when you first got drafted, in the 6th round in 2013, and some of the places that you traveled on the bus and some of the ways that you went about trying to live the dream to get to this point?
Oh yeah, definitely. A lot of times after the games, me and some teammates will be, hanging out, and we'll reflect on that a lot. At times you doubted yourself and things like that, and you just figure out how to overcome that. But yeah, I mean, baseball's been awesome to me. I've seen all kinds of different cities and places and countries and everything else. So you got to step back and reflect, and even being in the big league now for a few years, um, it's hard to not take some things for granted sometimes. So you constantly keep checking yourself on that to remind yourself how fortunate you are to be in the situation and be in the big leagues, playing a major league baseball game at the highest level each night.
My
One
son
of the
Frankie
favorite
right
things.
here. See this? This is my guy right here, Adam. This is my motivation for the whole 24 hours. So,
Awesome.
you were talking about, people doubting you or being undersized. That a lot of times when people are different or have special abilities, they get doubted. And this is what Special Olympics is all about, is trying to give these kids a chance to play and compete, programming, money to allow them to have competitions. That's sort of what we're doing here. What's been your experience? I know you're very philanthropic, but what's been your experience with Special Olympics in any shape or form?
In high school, actually, we had a big program for Special Olympics, and we'd have the the big event every year. My brother actually was very involved in Special Olympics, and that's something he continues to do to this day, more so than myself. I wish I would have taken initiative back then to do it, but because it holds a special place in my heart too. Um, but anytime you're able to put kids on the sports platform, it just allows each person to reach a different part of their life in order to express themselves and to feel included and to have fun and have the competition. And I think the competition part is what brings out the best in everyone.
It's not too late for you, Adam. We'll put you on our
No,
team.
no, never too late.
We get first
That's
round
right.
draft pick, right? Right, Dina?
That's right.
That's right, absolutely. Adam, I want to ask you a little bit about some of your favorite memories in your sports career. I have been and watched games in Omaha. I know you've been there numerous times with Mississippi State. Was that some of the most exciting stuff? What do you tell us? What are some of your favorite memories with sports?
There's so many, but that's definitely one of them. I know college baseball was a lot more fun than professional baseball. It turns into a business, and you're trying to fight for your life to survive now. But yeah, college, going to Omaha, just playing at Mississippi State altogether was probably it's up there with some of my favorite things. But then getting to play baseball in Cuba and the Netherlands and Tokyo, Japan, and Taiwan, stuff like that is just being able to see places that I never thought I'd ever see, all because of the game of baseball. I mean, I could go on and on all day about baseball memories or sports memories in general, but I'll save that for another time.
Well, one thing a lot of our special athletes talk about are the friendships that they form in sports. And I know that has been really important to you and some of your buddies that I happen to know from Mississippi State, and you all stay in touch in each other's weddings, that sort of thing. Can you talk about the connections you form through sports?
Well, I'd say mostly every friendship I have came from some kind of sport: baseball, basketball, golf now. Literally every I guess friendship that I have came from sports. So it's just, especially now, you're playing on a different team every year, so you have those friends you connect with more than others, and you keep in touch with and stuff like that. But generally, if you win, guys seem to stay more connected than if you're on losing teams. I don't know how that is. But yeah, sports has been my whole life, and kind of dedicated it to sports, but it gives so much more back than just the competition side of it. It is the friendships, like you said. It's you connect, you find different parts of yourself that you didn't really know you may had by some of the teammates that you compete with.
Well, I know you live in Nashville part of the off season, and I understand you're training at Vanderbilt. Is that right?
Yeah, I've been in Nashville since I guess 2016, and Coach Corbin at Vanderbilt's been kind enough to let myself and a few other outsiders use the facilities. So it's been wonderful. I just, like you said, the sport brings together people from all over, and I would have loved to play at Vanderbilt. It's a great program they have there, so it's pretty cool to see the other side of things and be able to use that place and live in a great city.
Adam, there's a lot of people that are watching and tuning in on our live stream that are listening to you and are going to automatically become big Adam Frazier fans. But I want to ask you about golf. You mentioned golf. Are you a big player? Do you play in the off season a lot?
I try to, yeah. Every off day during the season, I'll play, and then in the off season, I mean, until it gets cold, I'm playing. So it's just a good getaway. It's refreshing, clear the mind from baseball, and then the competition side of things that we've hit on. It's just another way to compete. It's a lot of
Are you the best golfer of the Pirate organization?
No, not a chance on that. I wish I could say that. I actually had a conversation with a buddy yesterday. I said, "What does it feel like to be going to a golf tournament, knowing you're the ringer of the group?" So, it's something I want to get to.
We know you're very philanthropic, and we appreciate you being here today. But there are other organizations that you support. I know you were auctioning off some bats to help the Pirates community. And you're also very supportive of law enforcement. That we have, and law enforcement officers and the law enforcement torch run are very important to the Special Olympics too, right, Debbie?
Oh yeah, we're going to have the torch burning in my yard for 24 hours, Adam. The police and fire run it into my yard, and my son Frankie and we light the torch, and then the games are on.
That's awesome. That's awesome. Yeah. Yeah. With the Pirates, we do a lot of philanthropic work. The charity side of things is huge in the community. So any way we can get out. I know it's been tough the past year and a half, 2 years, this COVID stuff. We hadn't been able to get out and do the dances that we normally do with the kids downtown. But that's a big part of this organization, this city. Actually donating stuff to this liver golf liver cancer. It's, one of the guys in town passed away a year or so ago, so we're trying to help with that right now. But yeah, anytime in a position like I'm in, we try to help out as much as I can, because I know how much joy and happiness that can bring to families and kids of all sorts, in times of need.
Well, your time with us today is going to bring a lot of joy and happiness to families like mine that are in dire need of organizations like Special Olympics to help with programming and to organize this group of people that need some help organizing. So we can't thank you enough, Adam, from your busy schedule in the middle of the season to take time right now to be with me and Dina. That is really awesome of you to do that. We really appreciate it.
Well, I appreciate y'all having me this morning. It's been nice to talk to y'all, and wish you nothing but success.
Thank you.
Thank you. Before you go, I will embarrass you just a little bit, and that is a couple more hashtags that pop up when I put your in. Sexiest man alive, good looking, winner. I just had to throw that out there because we've had some other celebs on our show that we interviewed. Sexiest man of daytime television, somebody that was nominated Sexiest Man Alive, and now I think we clearly have a nominee for Sexiest Man of Baseball. We're doing pretty well here, Debbie, with the men we're having on as guests.
Way to go, Dina. Yeah.
All right, well, I appreciate
Look, you started
that.
18 Shades of Red. Yeah, and then I'll get back on baseball for a second before we let you go. What do you think about Mississippi State this year? You think they're ranked second or third depending on the polls?
They're doing really good. Something that reminds me of when we were there and made our run was the pitching staff. They're really good. So just need a few bats to get hot at the right time, which is, I guess, right now. So now or never, but I think they got the pieces to make a good run at the, everything. So hopefully it's been a lot of fun to watch.
Well, thank you very much for being with us today, and it's so helpful for us when we're trying to raise this much needed money for Special Olympics.
Yeah, well, thank y'all for having me.
I'm so happy to be joined by Raven Kitley. Raven is my friend who lives in Virginia. She has a sister named Elizabeth that plays basketball at Virginia Tech. And that's how Raven and I became fast friends. We are connected through your sister Elizabeth. How's it going, Raven?
Oh, I'm doing good. I'm gonna see her in 2 weeks.
I know she looks forward to seeing you.
Yeah, she's coming home to celebrate mine and my brother Nick's birthday.
So when's your birthday and how old are you gonna be?
Well, I'm already 29, but because of COVID, we haven't been able to celebrate it.
So you're gonna be 29 again?
What?
You're gonna be 29 again?
Yeah, I'm gonna still be 29. Next year, I'll be the big 3-0.
A lot of us like to hang on to 29, Raven, so that's not unique. You are a person living with autism.
Yes.
What is your life like?
It's very difficult. Like, I'm very rigid thinking, and like certain things, like phone calls. Like, I got in a fight at school over a phone call. So any other phone calls like out of the normal freak me out.
Are there other things that bother you that you've learned to make adjustments on?
Yeah, I have a fear of going outside at night with my dogs because of the coyote problem. So I learned to just, like, I read somewhere if you make a lot of noise. So I sit there when I'm walking my dogs and just clap my hands to keep them away.
That's a good idea. That's a good method of coping. What is one of the special projects that you're working on?
I'm working on my YouTube channel to help teachers and other special needs kids find products to serve them, like fidgets. Because of the fidget spinner, people don't realize the damage it's done because they ban fidget toys in schools.
And so can you explain what a fidget is for people that are
It's like a small object that like is either repetitive, they make noise, or you can just play with them. Like, I really like the tangle fidgets that, like, I can just move them in different shapes.
So if someone was going to look for your website or your YouTube channel, where would they go?
Raven Kitley at youtube.com.
Okay, and they can find some tools that they can use to help with autism?
Yes. Well, it's for anybody with disabilities. Some people with Down syndrome use them.
Yeah, okay.
I have a friend named Karen that likes sequins.
So you go on your YouTube and you rate these products and you show people why they're helpful.
Yeah, and I'm gonna actually start some new content, like trying to find books that deal with your special interests, because I really like science, geology, and history.
Do you have a favorite historical figure?
Virginia Dare, because we don't really know what happened to her.
Tell us the story about Virginia Dare.
Well, she was born in Jamestown, but she went missing, and we really don't know what happened to her.
And so you're interested in stuff like that?
Yeah, my uncle was a historian on my mother's side, so I get my love of history from him.
Tell us about your relationship with your sister Elizabeth. For those of the watching, Elizabeth Kitley is a 6'5" center that plays for Virginia Tech, and she is a terrific player.
My sister's really good to me. I mean, her and Georgia Amore, the Australian girl, just adopted a puppy, and they let me be one of her owners.
Oh, wow. What's the puppy's name?
Winnie.
Winnie?
Marie Amore Kitley. Her middle name's named after me.
That's so cool. I bet you're good with dogs. How many dogs do you have now?
8.
You have 8 dogs?
Yeah, but now I have 5 at my mom's house and then 2 at my dad's house.
Okay, what are their names?
Kenny, Ellie, Tess, Mickey, Maple, Winnie, and Salem.
You got a busy life taking care of all those dogs.
Oh, it's rewarding. They give me a lot of emotional support when I need it.
So you know I'm going to be shooting free throws for 24 hours in the driveway. What do you think about that?
That's going to be cool. Me and my sister used to play ball in the driveway.
Yep. I bet you're a pretty good rebounder. Are you a good shooter?
Not really good shooter, but I'm really good at playing defense. Like, I used to play with my Special Olympics with my dad's school. My dad's teacher got me in, and they wanted me to play defense because I was extremely aggressive.
So tell me about your Special Olympic experience, because that's why we're doing this fundraiser. We're trying to raise money for Special Olympics.
Well, my favorite thing was the unified volleyball team, because I don't know if Elizabeth told you, but she and my little brother did that with me.
I love unified sports. I think that is so fun. I do unified sports with my son Frankie, and my boys do it with him as well.
I did volleyball, I did floor hockey, and I've done like roller skating, and I've done basketball, and I've done bowling lately.
So I bet you got a bunch of medals.
I got 7.
That's awesome, Raven. That is so fun. Well,
yes.
If we're going to ask somebody to give money to Special Olympics, what would you say to them about how Special Olympics helped you?
Well, it helped me. When I first started, I was in middle school, and I didn't feel really connected playing in PE because I always was picked last, picked on, and Special Olympics wasn't like that.
That makes me so proud of you to see how far you've come and how much you use your tools and your resources to help others with your YouTube channel.
Yes.
Well, tell our people watching one more time about your YouTube channel so we can make sure.
I started my YouTube channel because I wanted to help kids and teachers with kids with disabilities, and my YouTube channel is ravenkitley@youtube.com.
Raven, I'm so proud of everything that you're doing, and I thank you so much for taking time to spend with us to help us with our fundraiser, 24 Hours Nothing But Net. Are you going to watch?
I'm going to try.
Well, I'll be counting on you. We'll let you know when your interview is going to run, and then you can watch then.
All right, thanks.
Okay, thank you, Raven. Thank you so much for being with us.
All right, bye.
That's Raven Kitley, 24 Hours Nothing But Net, one of my friends that lives in Virginia. And she and I have become fast friends, and I'm so proud of everything that she does to make our world a better place.
Seven o'clock hour. We're rocking it here. Starting to sun go down a little. It's getting a little bit cooler. Hopefully the wind will die down some and that will help us, but everything's going great. We're at $142,000. It's amazing how giving people are and how much they actually really care about the people in their community, because that's what Special Olympics is helping people that need a little bit more, that need time to organize, need the programming and all that. So let's get going with the 7 o'clock hour, because coming up next is my buddy Carter Blackburn. He's got the next hour, we're going virtual to Austin, Texas. He's got a band and I can't wait to listen. Carter Blackburn is my buddy, my partner for CBS on the men's tournament. We work first and second round together, but we've worked together for many years, and he's gracious enough to give us his time, so I'm thrilled to have Carter with us. So, all right, let's go. Ready? Oh, that's off. Can't miss the first one. 1. 2. 3. 4. 5. 6. 7. 8. 9. 10. 11. 12. 13. 14. 15. 16. 17. 18. 18. 19. Oh, it's off. 19. 20. 21. 22. 23. 24. 24. 25. 26. 27. 28. 29. 30. 31. 32. 33. 34. 35. 36. 37. 38. 39. 40. 41. 42. Oh, it's off. Oh, thank you. 43. 44. 45. 46. 47. 48. 49. 50. 51. 52. 53. 54. 55. 56. 57. 58. 59. 59. 60. 61. 62. 63. 64. 65. 66. 67. 68. 69. 70. 71. 72. 73. 74. 75. 76. 77. Oh, short. 78. 79. 80. 81. 82. 83. 84. 85. 86. 87. 88. 89. Yay, 90. 91. Oh, 92. 93. 94. 95. 96. 97. 98. 99.
26 in a row.
That's the way it should be, right, Patrick? Okay, so, wow, that was my best. Well, it might be because some new people showed up. My neighbors across the way are having a nice little party over there. This neighborhood has been great and supportive, and so thankful to all of you. Buzz, you might have been good luck for me too. My neighbor Buzz, that's the best hour so far.
I made you miss?
5.
All right.
Much better, right, Dina?
Debbie.
Okay, so any update on the total? Because that's what we do. We shoot, we give a total, and then we give another total. Plus 5. 142.7. 142.7. 142.8. 1,004. Well, 142,000. Excuse me. I'm starting to lose my. No, we're not starting over. Okay, so do we have the great Carter Blackburn ready to go? Not yet? Okay, well, so Carter, as I mentioned before, Carter Blackburn is my partner on CBS for the men's tournament, and he's a great partner to have on the air. And we've been friends for a long time. We've worked together for a long time. So this gives me a chance while we're waiting for Carter to talk to you about Pepsi and their $10,000 gift to get us started at the start of the day, because we are at 103 to start. Before I even started shooting, we had 103,000, and then Pepsi gave us 10. That got us up to 113. Then Jefferson Mason from Dr. Dish. That Dr. Dish machine, or one like it, someone is going to win just for making a donation. All you have to do is make a donation, and you're eligible to win one of those Dr. Dish's machines. Dr. Dish machines. This is the 3rd year they've partnered with us, and each year we've given away a dish. It's incredible. Years of experience is my friend Amy Westerman. She is giving away a 4-day, 3-night, 4-ticket park hopper at Disney. And I'm thrilled with that prize because someone's going to win a great trip with their family. And then my friend Dr. Kevin Hogan gave us $7,400. And we are so pleased. Dr. Hogan is our family dentist, and he was wonderful to make that donation. He came over. He's been inspired by what we're doing. He's a big fan of our family, and he's a huge fan of Frankie's. Right, Frankie? Yeah. So while we're waiting, do we have Carter? Not yet? He's tuning. Oh. See, that's what great musicians do. They got to tune and get warmed up so that they can get ready to go. But I hope if you're listening or watching at home that you'll grab a beverage, that you'll sit down and you'll enjoy Carter Blackburn and his family band, because I think he might be picking his guitar right off the front porch of his home in Austin, Texas. And I couldn't be more thankful. He's a supporter of this event. He's been supporting this event since the beginning. And I'm thrilled that he's going to be able to give us some virtual live music. Okay, that's pretty cool, right? I mean, maybe one day my neighbors will let us have a band. I don't know. That might be.
Yes, you'll let her do
that might be. That might be stretching it a little bit.
So while they're getting ready, while the band's getting ready,
Yeah.
well, let's talk to Erin O'Neill, another Special
Oh,
Olympian.
yeah.
She's great. She had
Let's
a
do
lot
it.
to say when we interviewed her, so we're going to do that while we wait for some music. So
Yeah.
maybe it'll inspire some more people to donate.
Let's do it. Erin O'Neill. I love it.
So we've been talking a lot today about Special Olympics, what we try to accomplish, but I want to introduce you to one of our athletes. We've talked about the impact Special Olympics has on our athletes and also the impact they have on us. So I want to introduce you to Erin O'Neill.
Hi.
Erin, you have been involved in Special Olympics in numerous ways and for a long time. How long have you done Special Olympics?
I've done Special Olympics for 20 years, and I loved every sport I've done.
Now, you have done a lot of sports, and you
I have
even went
done
to the
way so
World
much.
Games,
I have,
correct?
yes.
That's how, was
No, I
that?
was in North Carolina.
Okay. So what sports have you done with Special Olympics over the years?
I've done bowling, basketball, skiing, soccer, and also softball.
Oh, wow. And what has been your favorite? Or do you have a favorite?
I actually have one favorite out of all of them, which is actually basketball.
Oh, I'm glad basketball is her favorite.
Sport. And my basketball coach happened to be Tim Graves and all his helpers out there.
And that's how, well, with basketball, we're doing 24-hour free throw shooting marathon to raise money for Special Olympics.
That's amazing. I would love to participate in that if I could.
Well, I am so glad you're here telling us about your experience with Special Olympics. Tell us a little bit about what you think Special Olympics has given you.
Well, it's given me a lot of chances to meet friends and to get to know new friends and participate and be congeniality with other people.
Right.
Be nice to them. I get to deal with a lot of people who have Down syndrome or born with it and stuff.
Mhm.
So it's been really fun.
You mentioned before we started this interview that you really liked skiing.
I do, yes.
Snow skiing or water skiing?
Snow skied back in Appalachian Mountains in North Carolina.
Wow.
That's my least favorite sport because I end up falling on my,
Yeah, I fall on my bohonkus too when I snow ski.
and it's hard. And it's also hard to get up.
That's how
I've
it is
been
hard to
taught
get
by
up.
some in my family to know how to get up.
You are 100% right. It is very hard to get
It
up
is,
when
yeah.
you.
And I've also done horseback riding.
Oh wow! Are you not a little scared of the horses? I am.
No, because I'm actually very friendly with horses. I used to help with the horses. I used to feed them, take care of them.
Well, you have a lot of pets.
Oh yes, I do. I have one black Shepherd-Doodle who's 11, going on 12. I have a cat who's 12, going on 13.
Oh wow!
And I love animals. Any type of animals I love.
You also happen to be a triple threat in the entertainment industry.
Yes,
Tell
I am.
us what you do in the entertainment industry.
I do a lot of singing when I can. I do a lot of acting, as well as putting on performances in the house if I can.
I do a lot of performances in my house too, but I do not get very good reviews from my stepchildren
Now I
or
was
husband.
told I was born a dancer because I did on the hearth of my fireplace in St. Louis.
Mm-hmm.
I did a lot of acting that way too.
Oh, you made that your stage?
Yes.
Oh, that's a very
That
good
was
idea.
a fun thing to do.
Now, you've been in productions. You've been in plays.
I've been in productions, yes. I've done cast performances, Carolina actors with special talents. And again, that's where I met new friends through and got to know them. And I've become friends with them now. And I've met the director who directed it from way back ago up to now.
Oh, wow.
It's really fun. I loved acting.
You are such an accomplished lady. Thank
I
you
am.
for talking to us today.
You're welcome.
Tell me about your work experience.
Well, I used to work at Outback Steakhouse while I was going to District High School, which is the school I graduated from. And I've been there for 4 years. Loved the education there, not the kids. I have a dark side of that I'm not going to reveal. I also went to Outback for the duration. I also am now working at Brugger's Bagels, which is a coffee bagel cafe shop.
Now, I happen to go to Brugger's Bagels a lot. Which Brugger's Bagels?
The one on Forest Drive.
That's the one I go to. What days and times do you work?
I actually work 5 hours a day.
Okay.
2 days a week on Saturdays and Sundays. But I was told to take a leave of absence due to the virus.
Oh, right.
This is okay, but sometimes I go stir crazy when I can't leave my neighborhood at the time, but I understand why, so.
Right, yeah.
I do a lot of walking in our neighborhood, too.
Oh, that's good. So you're staying fit.
Also exercise, which is what I've been doing when I'm not inside the house.
Well, you are very athletic, so I would think that this time when we're socially isolated, you are probably doing a lot of sports and staying fit that way. Yes. What are you doing besides walking?
I try and do sit-ups when I can.
Great.
I'm having difficulty with that with my knees because I was diagnosed with psoriatic arthritis in both of them. But I've lost a lot of weight now, and it's actually helping.
Oh, well, that's great.
It is.
So, well, we are very proud of you as a Special Olympian, and we thank you very much for taking time to tell us a little bit about your story and your experience with Special Olympics.
Yeah. I love being an athlete. It's been a dream for me to be an athlete for the Special Olympics Area 7. And one thing I do want to add is the athlete's oath means a lot to me. If I can remember this. Well, actually, it has a meaning behind it.
Mm-hmm. If I cannot win?
If I cannot win, let me be brave in the attempt.
If I cannot win, let me be brave in the attempt. That's a great motto for all of us.
And it also means if I can't win, at least let me try to do my very best and try and win and focus on where I am at now.
Now, one of the slogans that Special Olympics uses that I love so much is it says, revealing the champion in all of us.
Yes.
That's how, and I think that's very true. And I think the togetherness that Special Olympics brings is really important, especially at times like this when we're all having to fight the coronavirus together.
Exactly, yes. Now it's all is a pandemic thing that's been going on for a while now. And I was very understanding when a lot of people have died pandemically, and I can understand what's going on. So, I'm very patient.
Well, thank you for being with us today. And everybody log on to www.24hoursnbn.com to donate. Thank you.
Thank you. Bye.
And thank you, Aaron, for that great interview and for inspiring others. Now, here's an inspiration for me is my man, Carter Blackburn. Carter, my bad, dude. I had the wrong email address. I messed up the whole production.
Are you telling me that technology is an obstacle in the 21st century, Debbie? Come on.
Like to play?
Hey, I don't know how I'm supposed to follow Aaron. That was really, really touching, man. I love it. I'm kind of, that was really inspiring words, so that was very cool. It looks like you all are having a wonderful evening there, Debbie.
We got a lot of fun going on here, man. This is going to be a good next 45 minutes with you, doing a great job of bringing us some entertainment, some much needed entertainment. Okay? They're tired of watching me shoot.
My plan is to goof around on the guitar until my arm falls off. How's that sound, Debbie?
I love it, Carter. I love it. Yeah, goof around on the guitar until your arm falls off. Go ahead, buddy. This is all you. Thank you so much.
I'm going to start goofing around on the guitar. And this is actually a song that I wrote. Wrote it in my buddy's backyard. It's simply called the Yeehaw song, and I think you'll catch on pretty easily whether you're a Texan or not. Said there ain't no powwow, ain't no cowboys. We're building mansions, driving Mercedes-Benz. But if you're a true Texan, just holler, yeah! Won't you play that G chord again? Ain't no cool breeze, ain't no Barton Springs. I sit up in the AC, watching reruns of Friends. Ain't no barbecue, ain't no late night hoop. I drink a glass of Riesling in my condo downtown. But if you're a true Texan, just holler, yeah! Won't you play that G chord again? Come on now, say it if you're a true Texan. Just holler, yeah. Won't you play that G chord again? One more for Debbie. Say it if you're a true Texan. Just holler, yeah. Won't you play that G chord again? Well, thank y'all so much for tuning in for a little music and goofing around tonight. We're coming to you from Austin, Texas. That's where I make my home. It's a fine city. Charleston's a fine city, too. Wherever you are tonight, I'm sure is a fine city, and hope you have a wonderful night. But seeing as how I'm coming to you from Austin, Texas, I thought I might play some Willie Nelson tunes for you. If you object, well, that's all right. Well, hello there. It's been a long, long time. And how am I doing? I guess that I'm doing fine. It's been so long now, it seems like it was only yesterday. Gee, ain't it funny how time slips away? How's your new love? I hope that he's doing fine. I heard you told him that you love him till the end of time. Now that's the same thing you told me in time you're gonna pay. Gee, ain't it funny how time slips away? I gotta go now. Guess I'll be seeing you around. I don't know when though, never know when I'll be back in town. But remember what I tell you, in time you're gonna pay. Gee, ain't it funny how time slips away? Ain't it surprising how time slips away? Willie's song number 2 right here. It's a deep cut. The sun just went behind the clouds. There's darkness all around me now. I've just destroyed the world I'm living in. I broke her heart so many times, and now at last I've broken mine. I just destroyed the world I'm living in. What made me think I could go on hurting her? I had to know there had to be an end. But fools in love are taught by fate. We never learn till it's too late. I've just destroyed the world I'm living in. I've just destroyed the world I'm living in. I've just destroyed the world I'm living in. Willie's song number 3, but this one's got a wrinkle to it. It's a Waylon and Willie tune. You might know it if you've ever been out 290 between Fredericksburg and Johnson City. Maybe you turned off and went to Lukenbach, Texas. Only 2 things in life that make it worth living: guitars that tune good and firm, feeling women I don't need my name in the marquee lights. Got my song, and I got you with me tonight. Maybe it's time we got back to the basics of love. Let's go to Lukenbach, Texas, Waylon and Willie and the boys. And the successful life we're living's got us feuding like the Hatfields and McCoys. Between Hank Williams' pain songs, Newberry's train songs, and Blue Eyes crying in the rain, out in Lukenbach, Texas, ain't nobody feeling no pain. So baby, let's sell your diamond ring, buy some boots and faded jeans, and go away. This coat and tie is choking me, and in your high society we cry all day. We've been so busy keeping up with the Jones, 4-car garage and we're still building on. Maybe it's time we got back to basics of love. Let's go to Lukenbach, Texas, Waylon and Willie and the boys. And the successful life we're living's got us feuding like the Hatfields and McCoys. Between Hank Williams' pain songs, Newberry's train songs, and Blue Eyes crying in the rain, out in Lukenbach, Texas, ain't nobody feeling no pain. And now here comes the Willie verse. I think y'all probably remember it off the radio in 1978. I know Rick Neuheisel does. Let's go to Lukenbach, Texas, Willie and Waylon and the boys. And the successful life we're living's got us feuding like the Hatfields and McCoys. Between Hank Williams' pain songs, Jerry Jeff's train songs, and Blue Eyes crying in the rain, out in Lukenbach, Texas, ain't nobody feeling no pain. Big finish now, everybody sing. Out in Lukenbach, Texas, ain't nobody feeling no pain. Hey. Woo! Something like that, goofing around on the guitar. Well, I tell you what, Frankie, you're an inspiration to us all, man. It's been, so touching to get to know the entire Antonelli family. Debbie and I have been working together on and off since I first got in TV. It's a really special family. And Frankie, you're an inspiration, and the whole family's an inspiration. So thanks to everyone out there who has been donating and continuing to donate. Keep it up. Boy, it's money well spent. So awesome. Big shout out to our healthcare workers of all varieties. My goodness, what a year. So, yeah, I tell you what, I love hiking and swimming and riding my bike. I just love it. It's a big part of the happiness in my life. So, it seems like we're celebrating some good exercise and good habits, huh? In support of the Special Olympics. So, I guess I'm going to goof around on the guitar until my arm falls off. So this is by one of my favorite country bands of all time. It's called the Rolling Stones. You may have heard of them. Great country band. When you're sitting there in your silk upholstered chair, talking to some rich folks that you know, well, I hope you don't see me in my ragged company, but you know I could never be alone. Take me down. Woo! Try that one again. Take me down, little Susie, won't you take me down? I know you think you're the queen of the underground. Send me dead flowers every morning. Send me dead flowers by the mail. Send me dead flowers to my wedding. And I won't forget to put roses on your grave. you're sitting back. All right, let's try that second verse again. Rusty. When you're sitting back in your rose pink Cadillac, making bets on Kentucky Derby Day, I'll be in my basement room doing bad things. I'm not even gonna sing on this thing. Take me down, little Susie, take me down. I know you think you're the queen of the underground. Send me dead flowers every morning. Send me dead flowers by the mail. Send me dead flowers to my wedding. And I won't forget to put roses on your grave. No, I won't forget to put roses on your grave. Yeah, Mick and Keith wrote that one. They love that country music. Boy, I tell you what, Rolling Stones are a great country band. Well, if you give me a little permission, maybe I'll do one of mine. My daughter Lucille. This is her favorite song, so I like to play it for her. Song I wrote called Land of the Comanche. In the guitar town with tall buildings around, some people are down. Build it high and wide till it all runs dry. But my little girl smiling make me happy. Yeah, my little girl smiling make me happy. And kiss the gal with my ring, take a dip in the springs, Lord, I don't need a thing. My boots on the ground, Lucille's in town, my fingers on the strings. Oh, it's another fine day, living in the land of the Comanche. Oh yes, another fine day, living in the land of the Comanche. I grew up in a small town where the rivers abound and there's room to be free. They told us all in history it was destiny. Ain't no need to feel guilty, 'cause it's a fine life living in the land of the Comanche. Oh, it's a fine life living in the land of the Comanche. A fine life living in the land of the Comanche. Well, thank y'all so much. See, it's kind of nice when, it's kind of fun. I get to play a couple of mine, a couple of other folk songs, and then since I'm like a Texas singer-songwriter, that means you have to stop in the middle of your set and tell a story. So I walked into Ernest Tubb Record Shop in Nashville some years ago, and they had DVD sales of the Ernest Tubb TV show. And so late at night, in the days before kids, I would watch the old Ernest Tubb TV shows from the 1960s with a young Willie Nelson in a turtleneck. And one of my cool Austin neighbors, a guy named Charlie Sexton, and Charlie was telling me one time that, man, when he gets done with the gig, he goes to the tour bus and he pops on Ernest Tubb's TV show. And it's just fantastic. So I'm sure you can find it on YouTube, or you can just go to Ernest Tubb Record Shop in Nashville, Tennessee and get your own. But I figure this would be an apropos Ernest Tubb song to play, seeing as how we're saying thanks to everybody involved. So I think you'll get the hang of this song pretty easily. Thanks. Thanks a lot Got a broken heart, that's all I've got. You made me cry, I cried a lot. Now you're gone. Honey, thanks a lot. You told our friends I was passing by. You said you're not sorry. You made me cry. You said I deserve just what I got. That's how you feel. Honey, thanks a lot. Thanks. Thanks a lot. Got a broken heart, that's all I've got. We laughed a little, I cried a lot. Now you're gone, honey, thanks a lot. You wanted a fool, I played the part. Now all I've got is a broken heart. We laughed a little, I cried a lot. Honey, thanks a lot. One more time. Thanks. Thanks a lot. Got a broken heart, that's all I've got. You made me cry, I cried a lot. Now you're gone, honey, thanks a lot. Now you're gone, honey, thanks a lot. Now you're gone, honey, thanks a lot. Thanks a lot, yeah. Thanks a lot, everybody, for donating. It's been awesome, amazing to see with this idea that Debbie and the Antonelli family had a few years ago, and it's just become huge, and it's always a part of our springtime calendar. So I was never a skilled basketball player. Anybody who played athletics with me is amazed that I am a professional sports announcer, because I was a terrible athlete, continue to be. But like I say, you don't have to be Debbie Antonelli to go for a walk or a swim or hike. So I think it's really, really cool. So next week, I've got a thing where I'm going to be doing some music and celebrating the release of my debut novel. That's right. We're going to do a little charity fundraiser for the Kerrville Folk Festival Foundation. Next year will be the 50th year of the Kerrville Folk Festival in my hometown of Kerrville, Texas. So you can Google it and figure out how to stream it. We're going to put it on YouTube at some point too, but we're going to do a little concert and raise some money next Saturday, May 22nd, so keep an eye out for that. But the novel's all about this guy who writes some wacky songs, and with the help of Willie Nelson, ends up being a songwriting star. So this is one of the songs that is in the book. It's called God and Delta Airlines. Raining tonight in Birmingham, 2 months on the road with the traveling band. One more show to play on Friday night. I'll be coming home to see you in the morning light. If God and Delta Airlines are willing, I'll be home to see you Saturday night. If God and Delta Airlines willing, I'll be there to kiss you goodnight. I like singing my songs and playing these shows, going town to town, seeing all you good folks. There's only one place better than the road. That's why I'll be headed home. If God and Delta Airlines are willing, I'll be home to see you Saturday night. If God and Delta Airlines are willing, I'll be there to kiss you goodnight. Yes, I'll be there to kiss you goodnight. Keep an eye out for the Ballad of Lance Sneed on your bookshelves at some point in 2021 or 2022. We're going to have fun with it. Like I said, next week we're going to raise money, especially in support of music education. So this hometown grassroots festival, the Kerrville Folk Festival, does a good job with music education. And dare I say the world could use some music right now as we come out of this thing. So let me get a drink of water. Then I've got one more song I want to share, and then I will defer to my broadcast partner Debbie, as I'm wise to do. But since this is a country song, it's a really apropos song. But this is a country song, all right? So I've been saving the hat. This is a Larry Mahan Milano hat company, given to me by my mother-in-law, who has a real good eye for these things. So here's a set closer, ladies and gentlemen. Truly an honor to be a part of this event, man. This is so cool. Country song right here. You can tell the way I use my walk that I'm a woman's man, no time to talk. Music loud, women warm, like gambling man since I was born. Well, it's alright, it's okay. We can't look the other way. We can try to understand New York Times effect on man. Whether your mother, whether your brother, we're staying alive, staying alive. Feel the city quaking and everybody shaking. We're staying alive, staying alive. I, staying alive, staying alive. I, staying alive. I'm staying alive. Somebody help me. Somebody help me, yeah. Life going nowhere. Somebody help me, yeah. Wings of heaven on my feet. I'm a dancing man, I can't be beat. I get low, I get high. If I can't get either, I don't even try. Well, it's alright, it's okay. You can't look the other way. We can try to understand New York Times effect on man. Whether your mother, whether your brother, we're staying alive, staying alive. Feel the city quaking and everybody shaking. We're staying alive, staying alive. I, staying alive. I'm staying alive. I'm staying alive. Somebody help me. Somebody help me, yeah. Somebody help me. Somebody help me, yeah. I'm staying alive. I'm staying alive. Alright, here we go. Sing it with me. I'm staying alive. I'm staying alive. I'm staying alive. Thank you all very much for having me. Truly an honor. This is the best Saturday night I've had in a long, long time. So, good night, Austin, Texas, wherever you are.
Are we done? Carter, is he gone? Carter! Thank you so much. We love that you were able to be with us for that whole amount of time, and I can't thank you enough for your friendship, for your support of this event, and you are an incredible songwriter. So I want to thank you so much for taking time from your schedule with your family to be able to do that for us. So you're a rock star, man.
Thank you, Debbie. Oh, it's so much fun. Oh my gosh. I love how the torches are lit now. It looks like we're headed into full evening mode. So now I'm just going to sit back on my couch and watch you shoot free throws.
The sun is starting to drop. The no-see-ums are starting to come out. We had to get some citronella working.
What's a no-see-um? I have no idea.
Oh boy, it's these little bugs that you can't see and they just sneak up on you. And that's the only thing about living in the low country that I think is a negative. That's it.
I would say everything else is definitely at the high end of the high end of the enjoyment spectrum. Debbie, I don't think you should probably tell those wild concert stories you were telling me in March of this year, because some of those stories you were telling me just kind of blew my mind, but I don't think you should bring those stories up right now, Debbie.
Carter, good partners don't give up the goods on the other partners, man. Right? You know,
True
I
story.
love
I
you.
love the fact that I'm talking to you on a smartphone, Debbie, because this is a true story for any listening audience who wasn't turned off by my set. Debbie showed me in, I don't know what year it was, but Debbie showed me an awesome new thing she had. It was a phone where you could check email. And it was mind-blowing. Debbie was on the edge of smartphone technology. So I love now we're on our smartphones coast to coast.
That was whatever I had before the BlackBerry.
I believe it was a Palm Trio. Palm Trio, perhaps?
Oh, Palm Trio, yes. That's exactly what it was. That's so funny.
I have one of those, yeah, yes. I was on the cutting edge as well. Really mind-blowing stuff.
Listen, man, you know how much I love you, you and your family, and how much your friendship means to me. And for you to be able to do this for us for Special Olympics means more than I can say. So thank you so much for
being
your
invited
tunes,
is more
your
than I could
pipes,
say.
your heart, all of it.
Well, we're just getting started, Debbie. We're just getting started. So here's to many more successful years and lots of fun along the way.
I'm so thankful for your friendship. Thank you, man. Thank you. Be blessed. And we appreciate you.
Thank y'all very much. My pleasure. Good night.
Thanks, Carter. Well, it's a tough act to follow, but my buddy Jabbar Hassan is a Special Olympic athlete from the Houston area, and he is somebody that I met through social media, and I absolutely love his attitude and his personality. Here's a listen to Jabbar.
The one thing about Special Olympics is it unifies and brings us together. And because of social media, I've been able to make a new friend. My new friend is Jabbar Hassan, and he lives in Houston, Texas. And he and I have been following each other on Twitter for a long time now, right, Jabbar?
Oh, that's right.
And I know you are a big sports fan. So tell me what your favorite sport is.
My favorite sport is basketball.
I think I knew that because you are always talking about the Rockets on your social media. What's going on with the Rockets this year?
It's a disaster.
It's still tough to be a fan, but I know you're sticking with them, right?
Yeah, I'm sticking with them forever.
I know you will. Jabbar, let's learn a little bit about your story. Okay, you live in Houston. Do you have a job?
Well, I volunteered for a few years, but in 2007, I joined the Special Olympics back in 9th grade.
Mm-hmm. And what sports did you play when you joined?
Basketball. And I also joined track. And then the very next year, I did bowling.
I bet you have a lot of medals.
Yes, I do. They're all in my closet.
Oh, you don't display them so your friends can see them?
Sometimes.
Sometimes you just bring them out, right? So they can see how many medals you've won.
Oh, yes.
Yeah. You have really caught my eye on social media because you're such a positive guy. You're always trying to do good, make good choices. Tell us about what it's like in your day to day, because you have autism, right?
Yes.
What's it like to live with autism?
I spread good stuff around social media, and then I sometimes do exercises and everything to stay in shape because of this pandemic.
Mm-hmm. What are some of the things that you've done to stay in shape?
I did push-ups, sit-ups, and jumping jacks and everything.
You know what, Jabbar? I'm doing a lot of those same things, trying to get ready for my fundraiser to shoot free throws for 24 hours. What do you think about that?
Oh yes, the Nothing But Net event. Yeah,
That's
that
right.
is awesome.
Yeah. Do you still have the T-shirt I sent you?
Yes, they're in my drawer right now.
Okay. All right. Good. You don't have to get them out. I just want to make sure you still have them.
Yeah, I got one.
Okay. So when you're playing basketball, what's your favorite part of the game, offense or defense?
Well, defense, because I usually go defensive on a one-on-one matchup.
Mm-hmm. Now, you know I don't care about defense, right?
Right.
We're just all about shooting it,
Right.
pass it, shoot it. Yeah.
Yeah, I go down in the lane and do layups. That's my specialty. After
Good.
a steal.
There you go. That's the kind of defense I do like. Steal it, go in for a layup.
Right.
Yeah. So when is the next time that you'll be able to get together with your teammates for your Special Olympic basketball team?
Well, right now, we don't know if Texas is gonna be reopened again, but I'm sure I'm gonna be with a team, and I'll be sure to be a good leader, because one of the basketball influence that I had, one of them was Beth Mowins when she was a Lafayette College.
How do you know Beth Mowins from Lafayette College?
I looked it up on Google.
You did? Do you know where I played basketball in college?
North Carolina State.
All right, man. You know what? That's good, because I'd have to edit Beth's part out if you didn't know the answer to where I went to school. You know, we're bitter rivals.
Well, my school, Houston, is a AAC school.
Yeah. Do you go to the Houston Cougar games?
Well, I sometimes catch a Houston Cougar game on TV.
Mm-hmm. You know, I had the Houston Cougars during the men's tournament in the first round against Cleveland State.
That was a good game.
It was a good game. Were you happy they made it to the Final Four?
Yeah, I was so happy. It was like seeing Hakeem Olajuwon, Clyde Drexler all over again since the 80s.
Well, now, since you brought that up, Jabbar, you know I got to bring up NC State winning the national championship over Phi Slamma Jamma.
Yeah, it was funny. Thanks to the head coach from that 30 for 30 surviving in advance.
Yeah, did you watch that today?
No, it was I forgot to watch that but it gave me inspiration if I want to make it to the USA Games for Special Olympics.
You know, Derek Wittenberg is a friend of mine who played at NC State that threw up that shot at the end. He calls it a pass, but it was a shot, and then Lorenzo Charles dunked it, and Phi Slamma Jamma over.
Yeah, that was that part on that 30 for 30 documentary. That was awesome.
I bet you could talk some trash to Derek Wittenberg, couldn't you?
Yeah, if I saw that the episode again, I would be talking trash at him.
Yeah, I could hook you up with him. He's a good trash talker also. He's a good guy.
Yeah, he's a smart guy.
Yeah. Jabbar, what does Special Olympics mean to you?
Special Olympics means to me by one word: encouragement. Because a lot of teammates around me always know that I could become a leader on a team and learn how to share the ball and even if I win or I lose, I still have a great time in hanging out with my teammates.
As a young adult living with autism, and you've mentioned a couple of times that you want to be a leader, how hard is that for you to do?
Well, back in 2007, I was a young rookie, and we made it to like state back in 2007, and we didn't know what to do. But I'm glad I had my experience going to the state games for the first time in my life.
And that helped you be a good leader?
Right.
Jabbar, what do you think are the things that a good leader does?
Well, one thing, I always be nice to my teammates and help them encourage to lift each other up, not breaking anybody down.
I think that's exactly what a good teammate does.
Mm-hmm.
I'm glad that you recognize that. That makes me think that you are a good teammate and you're a good leader.
Right.
So if anybody is watching this live stream and they see you and they hear you talk about how much you love Special Olympics, what would you say to them about helping us with our fundraiser?
If you want to join Special Olympics, do not be afraid. Just come on out and have fun, because like winning or losing is all about how you play the game and have fun.
That sounds like really good advice, Jabbar.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I'm so thankful that you took the time to spend with us today on this fundraiser and this live stream for 24 hours.
Right.
You're going to watch, aren't you?
Yeah, I am.
I know you're going to watch. When you're watching the live stream, take a picture for me of you in the shirt and put it out on social media for